It's the Santa Maria Gators versus the Catholic High Bears. Time to kick off district play. Catholic chasing after another Division I championship. It's game time from Memorial Stadium. Welcome to historic Memorial Stadium in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. It's the YurView Louisiana Game of the Week. As these two old rivals battle it out to begin the second half of the season, the 4-1 Santa Maria Gators taking on the 4-1 Catholic High Bears. Hello, everyone. I'm Jeff Palermo along with Jason DeQuire. Last year, Santa Maria defeated Catholic, but it was Catholic that won the Division I state championship. Both of these teams looking to get off to a good start in district play here tonight.
Yeah, no, that's right. Both of these teams know each other very well. This is a rivalry game. They're both 4-1, losing to a non-district opponent, of course. Santa Maria losing to Lutcher in a couple overtimes, and then Catholic High losing to the Almighty in U High. But this should be a very good ball game.
Well, these are two of the best teams in their district. They'll be battling it out along with East Ascension as we take a look at the district standings so far. Again, this is the district opener, but the Spartans are off to a good start. Catholic and Santa Maria right there at 4-1, so a big game between these two teams as you want to get a leg up in district play.
No, and that's right. I think East Ascension is the top of the class right now in the district, but this is a pivotal game for that second place. And, you know, the top three teams that you see there are definitely the strongest teams in this district, and then Dutchtown, Broadmoor, McKinley rounding it out.
Let's take a look at our key players brought to you by ITI Technical College. KJ Franklin does it all for the Santa Maria Gators.
Yeah, and he's going to need to do it all tonight. Traditionally, he's a defensive back, but this year they're using him at slot receiver, running back, and I'll tell you what, he's probably carrying 80-90% of the load on offense. He's going to need to be valuable, and even in the return game as well.
Cameron Dart says, look at that percentage of passes he completes. It's way up there.
Well, he's very cerebral. He knows this offense. He knows the system. He knows defenses, and his coach just raves about him in terms of putting his players and his offense in the right positions to make plays. And I'll tell you what, he's also somewhat of a dual-threat quarterback. He can get that running game going to help the Bear offense out.
He did not have a good game last year against Santa Maria as the Gators won it, so he's looking for a little redemption tonight. It's Catholic Santa Maria as we begin district play here in Baton Rouge. This is game time on YurView Louisiana.
Game Time on YurView is brought to you by Louisiana Farm Bureau Insurance, ready to serve you with auto, homeowners, life insurance, and more. Real service, real people. West Feliciana Parish. The best place for you to live and work in South Louisiana is West Feliciana Parish. Check out wfparish.org. ITI Technical College, your key to a better life. And by Peak Performance. At Peak Performance Physical Therapy, we treat the athlete and everyone stronger, faster, better.
I think that people want to be in West Feliciana because it's truly one of the unique parts of Louisiana. That if you live in West Feliciana, you can have it all. You can have a great lifestyle, a government that works for you and is open and transparent. You can have wonderful neighbors. You can have a great school. You can live in an environment that's free of fear from crime. We're less than 20 minutes from the Baton Rouge Airport, 30 minutes from the state capitol. What we have in West Feliciana is a place where you really can have it all.
When I get back to Baton Rouge, I get in my blues mobile and I drive right on down to Partner's Barbecue. And you know what I do? I get me some ribs, all tender too. Some baked beans, some potato salad, some smoked sausage. You got to come on down to Partner's Barbecue, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Never forget it. Never forget it. Bob Cade. Football's a game of blocking and tackling. The team that does those two things the hardest is the one that wins. You got it? Block, tackle harder than anybody who plays football in the country tonight. You control your effort, you control your intensity, have the greatest effort of any high school football team in the country tonight. You can control that. Do that. Check the scoreboard at the end of the game. Just for the fun of it, you're already a winner. 4 quarters times 12 minutes. Leave the results to God, baby. On the line on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Catholic High Bears and the Santa Maud Gators. What a great rivalry this has been in the past. Santa Maud won it last year, 21-14. Let's take a look at our keys to victory in this one. First of all, for the Santa Maud Gators and their head coach, David Oliver.
Well, don't beat yourself. They can't have any turnovers really in this game against a good, disciplined Catholic High team. Their offensive line needs a strong game. They really have to get their run game going and give the quarterback some time to pass. Cause havoc in the Bears' backfield. Again, don't let that bevy of backs and the quarterback get in rhythm. And then for Catholic High, they got to block Johnny Johnson. He was the difference in the game last year. Have to contain KJ Franklin, plays all over the field, 80% of their offense. And then D'Artez needs to be good in the air, throwing and making completions as well as running the football tonight.
Let's listen to our Star Spangled Banner. High school football. Let's bring in the third member of our broadcast crew, Smacker Miles. Smacker, how you doing tonight?
I'm good, and this crowd is good as well. With this game being the first district game and everyone knowing there was a rivalry and there would be a good crowd, they moved the game from Olympia here to Memorial for this rivalry to accommodate both fans. Here's what head coach David Oliver of Santa Maud had to say about tonight's matchup.
It's always important, you know, you like to get off to a hot start in district. With PowerPoints and stuff, it's not the be-all, end-all, but at the end of the first week, you'd like to be 1-0, you know, and then be in the driver's seat instead of chasing people, so it's pretty important.
The Santa Maud student section is decked out in camo. They say that they're bear hunting tonight. Back to you guys.
Well, we'll see if they'll be able to capture or, I don't want to say kill any bears, but get any bear, hunt any bears down tonight.
Yeah, there you go. Well, you see them out there. A lot of good hunting goes on out there in the Ascension parts, but they're going to need to do something tonight to slow down this Catholic High team, and hopefully the camo will help them get excited.
Catholic won the toss, but they have decided to defer to the second half, so they'll be kicking off. Their Bears, led by Matthew Goodson, is their kicker this season, and they had a couple really good kickers a season ago. Those guys have moved on, and Goodson has come out, and he has been their kicker, replacing the likes of Blake Davis and Preston Stafford. Back to return for Santa Maud. KJ Franklin, he is their main guy, number 2 back there. And also Darius Smith, a senior. Here's the approach by Goodson, and we are underway from Memorial Stadium. That is through the end zone and a touchback. And we'll see this Santa Maud offense first. Last week, the Gators rushed for 321 yards in a 31-21 win over St. James. There's their quarterback, Lathan Bourgeois. He started last week. They have finally settled in on one quarterback, has Santa Maud. And right now, it's been a bit of a difficulty completing passes. They only completed 3 last week, as Bourgeois was alternating with Caleb Thompson. But now it's Bourgeois, and they'll line up here with 5 wide receivers. They are averaging 27 points a game, so even though they haven't been able to get many yards through the air, they've still been really productive getting points on the scoreboard. And Bourgeois will throw, pump fakes, he's got to get out of there. Here comes the pressure. Now he gets rid of it, and it's incomplete. Darius Smith was the only receiver in the vicinity. And let's take a look at our starters. First of all, for the Santa Maria Gators, the one returning starter on that offensive line, Bo Gremion, and he's a big one, 6'3", 340 pounds. Joe Williams is finally healthy after a hamstring injury. We'll see if he can make an impact here tonight. 2nd down and 10 now for Santa Maria. And nothing happening in a fumble in the backfield, and I think the Bears have it, and they do. Getting in the backfield and recovering the football for Catholic High, Elijah Reams, who is their standout player on the front line. Big early turnover in this one.
Well, that's the guy for Catholic High on that defensive line. Reams is their big stud, can likely play at the next level, but you see him getting in here, the ball right there, never really secured, and a good job by Reams identifying the football, and now Catholic High has it knocking on the door.
So an early turnover as KJ Franklin couldn't handle the handoff, and Cameron D'Artes and company take over with great field position and a good run here from Joshua Parker, who gets the ball all the way down to the 5-yard line. There's a look at Cameron D'Artes. We saw his numbers at the top of the broadcast, a second-year starter, a better runner this season as he was battling an injury last season, and he's now much more healthy. 1st and goal at the 5 after the first down run by Parker, and Parker gets it again, and Parker's gonna cruise into the end zone for an early score. Touchdown Bears.
Well, just not the start that Coach Oliver wanted for Santa Maria. One of the keys of the game was for them not to turn the football over in order to beat Catholic High, and here you go, off the turnover, just taking it out of the shotgun, right off the left side of that line. Good job. Catholic High may have one of the best offensive lines that they've had in a long time, led up front by guys like Truett Bankston and others.
Quick score here for the Bears, only 32 seconds into the game. The extra point try is good by Cole Cazenave. Let's take a look at the touchdown run by Parker, his 7th of the season.
Yeah, good run, and just clearing out that left side. That's Truett Bankston over there on that left side of the line, big kid, a UL commit. Joshua Parker able to just jog right there in the end zone.
Well, Santa Maria needs to take a deep breath here as we take a look at our Podna scoring drive. After the fumble, Joshua Parker ran it both times, and he gets into the end zone. That dominating offensive line by the Bears. Catholic High came in ranked number 5 in the Louisiana Sports Writers Association poll in 5A. Their lone loss, nothing to be ashamed about. They lost to University High, 41-21. Santa Maria's lone loss, a double overtime defeat to Lutcher, 31-28. And KJ Franklin fumbled in that game in double overtime, and that was the final play of that contest.
Here you go, try to see another long, deep kickoff just so that KJ Franklin doesn't get his hands on the ball. That's their real dangerous weapon, and as long as Catholic High can keep kicking it into the end zone and creating touchbacks, that's one less opportunity that KJ Franklin will have to touch the ball.
Goodson 2 for 2 on kicking the ball off and getting into the end zone, so the Gators offense returns to the field. Let's take a look at the Catholic High Bears starting lineup defensively. Lost 8 starters. We'll take a look at it after this first play of the second drive for Santa Maria. Bourgeois in the backfield with 2 running backs next to him, and Bourgeois will keep it. Trying to get around the edge and nowhere for him to run. Maybe a yard, maybe 2, that's about it. That was Jalen Armwood who came up and made the stop. Armwood, one of 2 really big physical cornerbacks for the Bears. Tywin McDowell is the other one. Connor Finucane, 6'4", 270 pounds in the middle of that line. And then the linebackers, Landon Richard, Harper Massey, converted wide receiver. Hayden Shaheen had an interception, or has an interception on the season. They quickly throw it and complete it. And along the far sidelines, that is Ethan LeBlanc, just his 3rd catch of the year. a manageable third down coming up here for Sanama as they're looking at 3rd and 6.
Well, we know Sanama can run the football, and so I do give them some credit for coming out here and giving a little bit of a different look. We've seen some empty backfields. They only completed 3 passes last week, and so I think what they're trying to do with this Kathleen defense is say, hey, look, we're not afraid to throw the ball, and they've dropped back here a couple times early already.
Let's see if KJ Franklin, who's lined up to the left of Bourgeois, gets the ball here on 3rd and 6. He'll throw it again. Bourgeois feeling a little pressure, rolling out under a lot of pressure, has to get rid of it, and it's incomplete. All over him in the backfield was Hayden Shaheen, the 6-foot junior, and Sandoval has to punt.
Well, Lathan Bourgeois again just getting the start, and that's right. You can see that right there is where he kind of misread the play. He should have stepped up right there in the pocket, but instead he tries to scramble outside, and you're just too much pursuit by Kathleen. And those are things that a young quarterback will eventually learn. They will learn how to feel the pressure and kind of step up in the pocket and try to get rid of the football.
Matthew Parker, who's averaging 33 yards a punt, with his first boot of the ball game. Good protection, end over end punt. It will be returned here by Braylon Morgan, and Braylon Morgan has a seam. Braylon Morgan has 2 men to beat. He is in the end zone for another Catholic High touchdown.
Wow, you talk about fireworks early at the beginning of this one, and I tell you what, for Coach Fertitta and Catholic High, they could not have opened up in a better way. 2 quick scores, 1 off the turnover, 2 plays in the end zone. This time, Catholic High traditionally has had good special teams. Coach Oliver was worried about that. Good blocking out there, but really just better return by Morgan. I mean, the vision there and really seeing a seam, exploiting it, getting to the outside, and that's just a good piece of running. And most importantly, Jeff, no flags out there.
51-yard punt return for Morgan, and special teams coordinator for the Catholic High Bears, Eric Held, has to be really happy about that.
And I don't think this was a middle return. I see the blockers actually set out to the outside, but you can see right there, Morgan just sees a crease right there in the middle and exploits it, and then shows you his speed, gets to the outside, and 2 quick strikes for Catholic High.
Gabe Fertitta told us earlier this week they've been looking for that guy that can return punts for them. They fumbled a few punts this season. Well, I think they just found him.
Yeah. Well, if he was auditioning, that's going to be one that Coach is going to be excited about.
There you look at the 36-year-old Holy Cross grad, Gabe Fertitta, who took over as the head coach last season, and all he did was lead Catholic High to their 2nd state championship. And an impressive record early on. Great run through the playoffs last year, shutting out Shaw, beating St. Aug in the quarterfinals, going up to Shreveport just like they did in 2015 when they won a state championship, and beating Evangel. And then in a classic game against John Curtis, they beat the Patriots 20-14. Another one that's going to be in the end zone. No chance at all for KJ Franklin. The Dogs in that Division I championship. And they really got it going defensively. That's Patrick Mensah with the interception, the celebration. That capped the game. There's Dale Weiner and Gabe Fertitta. An emotional hug and a great celebration to wrap it up as the Bears defeated John Curtis on that Saturday afternoon in the Dome. They really went into that game as complete underdogs, but it was a Catholic team that got better as the season went along, Jason.
Yeah, and I think the last 2 weeks they were severe underdogs. Nobody gave a shot against Evangel, and then going and taking on Goliath and John Curtis. But I'll tell you what was underrated with that Catholic High team last year was the defense. That defense was very stingy. It didn't allow a lot of points, and the offense just didn't hurt themselves. And, they had a couple explosive players last year offensively and were able to get some positive things. But congrats to Coach Fertitta.
And Cameron Dartez was finally healthy, where he was able to be a little bit more mobile, show off a little bit more of a run threat as Catholic High has to kick the ball again. They apparently were offsides, and still not an opportunity for Franklin. What a weapon that is if you can find it on the high school level. A guy like Matthew Goodson who just blasted into the end zone for your automatic touchback.
Well, and they moved him 5 yards back, and he was still able to get it in the end zone, and that time he just took a little height out of it and drove it back there. But that's a weapon if you can try to not allow KJ Franklin to get his hands on the ball. But Santa Maria has the behind center now, and let's see if he can get him the ball.
Bourgeois waiting on the snap with Franklin right to his right. The check with me on the sidelines. Catholic may have jumped off sides as Franklin takes it, runs straight ahead, and picks up a hard 5 yards. Hit on the play by Harper Massey.
Yeah, that was a good collision there. First real good look at KJ Franklin there, just quickly up the hole, but as you mentioned, met by the senior linebacker, Harper Massey.
2nd down and 5. They're going to need to have Franklin have a huge game to come back from this 2-touchdown deficit. They fumble another ball in the backfield, and all they can do is get it back to the line of scrimmage as the Bears were able to get in the backfield quickly once again. Hayden Shaheen and Patrick DeLatz.
Just miscommunication. I don't even think Franklin was really expecting the ball. I mean, he was quarterback, running back were really off rhythm there, and it looked like KJ Franklin was looking to go make a block, and just no communication or miscommunication there. And luckily, they didn't turn it over again for the 2nd time in this game.
Elijah Reams there defensively as well, as now Franklin motions out of the backfield. Bourgeois setting up the screen, and the man fell down that they were trying to get the football to. They wanted to get it to Noah Hebert, and another 3 and out for the Gators offense. Just no timing, just no confidence really at all offensively.
No, they've got to settle down. They've got to weather this storm. It's a fast 14 points, but look, you got to weather this, and you just got to get your guys to run the plays that they've been running, and try to get Franklin the football in some easier situations.
David Oliver led Santa Maria to a 10-2 record last year, where they lost to Airline in the 2nd round of the playoffs. Has them off to a 4-1 start. But they're in trouble right now. Taking another shot at it here for the Catholic High Bears, and a better job this time on the punt coverage for Santa Maria, as they were able to wrap up Brandon Morgan, a 30-yard punt. And we finally get a chance to take a look at the Catholic High starting lineup offensively. They're averaging 34 points a game. Truett Bankston has an offer from Northwestern State. Joe Alexander will be a major college prospect. He's a junior. Forrest Roy has 22 catches on the season. Gregory Martin can catch, and he blocks really well as well. And Joshua Parker is their main running back. From the 45-yard line here, as D'Artes will throw it, and it's complete to Solomon Singleton. And Singleton makes a move, still on his feet, and then finally corralled at the 43-yard line by a host of Gators. 13 yards and another first down for the Bears. Let's look at the Santa Maria defense. They've been allowing just 15 points a game. Johnny Johnson was unblockable in this game last year. McCade Fontenot is a run stuffer up the middle. Your linebackers, Aaron Delane, Reed Norwood, Jacob Matthews, a solid senior player in the backfield. And sometimes you'll see KJ Franklin out there defensively as well. Run off the left side, and that time it was L.C. Benjamin. Quite a story about L.C. Benjamin playing after 2 knee surgeries. Finally got his first game action last week, and scored a touchdown in the win over St. Thomas More.
Good for him.
Actually, Turling's Catholic, right?
Yeah, long recovery back, and see L.C. Benjamin there and his numbers, and good run just now.
2nd down and 4. Play action fake. D'Artes looking downfield, finds a man. It is complete to Brandon Hubix. And Hubix inside the 20-yard line. Another first down for the Bears as they continue to move the ball.
Well, this is impressive, and this is why Fertitta's so high on D'Artes. Look, his first 2 reads were not there, and then he just waited patiently for Hubix to get open, to come free, drops it down, doesn't force it, and able to pick up good yardage and a good first down. Good catch by Hubix, good read by D'Artes.
Jordan Bennett on the tackle. 5 wide receivers here for the Bears, and D'Artes will run it, and not much running room at all as the Gators were there to stuff them at the line of scrimmage. Aaron Delane leading the charge along with Zacchaeus Thomas, who has 13 tackles and a couple of quarterback hurries on the season. Against Catholic, they'll show you a lot of different formations. There will be some motion. So if you're the Gators, you got to make sure you're lined up correctly. That's a big point of emphasis at practice whenever you line up. Look, you go from a 5 wide receiver set now to almost an offset eye, a power formation on 2nd down and 10. And it's L.C. Benjamin right up the middle, finds a couple of yards, and that's it.
Well, and now Catholic High really testing the strength of that Santa Maria defense. When you talk about Thomas and Johnson right there in the teeth of that defensive line, that's where Coach Oliver felt like he had a shot tonight. If he could control down there and where we call the dirty zone and win that line of scrimmage battle, then he felt like Santa Maria really had a shot at winning this game.
3rd down and 7 now for the Bears. This is their first 3rd down opportunity as D'Artes rolls to the near side. Throws, and I think that ball either slipped out of his hand, got hit. The wind took it, but it wasn't pretty as he was trying to hit Forrest Roy.
Well, they talked about bear hunting. You could have gone duck hunting with that one. But I think you're right. It looked like he had some pressure. I think he got knocked down. You may be able to see it right here. Johnson may have gotten a piece of him.
No, he was just
he saw him coming and let it go off that back foot and really just never had a shot. You know, a lot of people are going to get happy feet when they see Big Johnson coming at you.
Matthew Parker is 5 of 6. Check that. Matthew Goodson, 2 of 3 as a field goal kicker and blast that one right through the uprights. That was Cole Kazanave actually with that field goal. It's 17-0 for the Catholic High Bears. More coming up on Game Time.
Tonight's Game Time keys to the game are brought to you by West Feliciana Parish, where you really can have it all. The best place for you to live and work in South Louisiana is West Feliciana Parish. Check out wfparish.org.
Welcome to Monogram Express, a unique embroidery boutique specializing in personalized and one-of-a-kind gift ideas. Gifts for babies, children, ladies, and even men, we have you covered. Equipped with state-of-the-art embroidery machines along with an experienced client-focused staff serving you 6 days a week. Check out the area's largest selection of letters, designs, and thread colors. We're your one-stop embroidery shop, handling personal, corporate, team, and school logos, and you're welcome to bring in your own items. Conveniently located at 2109 Veterans. Monogram Express makes your ordinary gifts extraordinary.
Tonight's Game Time starting lineups are brought to you by Peak Performance. At Peak Performance Physical Therapy, we treat the athlete and everyone. Stronger, faster, better. Choose Peak.
For the Catholic High Bears as they lead their rivals, the Santa Maria Gators, 17-0. On a really nice night for high school football. There's that huge student section that Smacker was telling you about earlier. It just keeps growing and growing and growing. And they played their first game of the season at Parkview Baptist, but the student section was so large they had to put them in a corner of the end zone. So to accommodate this growing student section at Catholic High along with St. Joseph.
I'm trying to figure out what's all the blue and red in there.
That's patriotic look by the student section.
Or the Parkview fans have intruded too.
A chance for a return. Franklin, he could change this game on a dime, and a nice return all the way out to the 40-yard line. 34 yards, maybe a spark that Santa Maria desperately needed.
Well, that's why you don't want him to touch the football, and that's why Catholic High had been trying to kick away from him. You can see now, the one time he gets to get a return, he's already up to the 40-yard line, but watch how quickly, once he sees a little gap, the guy's got great speed, and will make you miss. And good return there by Franklin, putting his team in good starting field position.
Nice little block there by Noah Hebert to help clear a lane for him. So 1st and 10, best field position of the night. Bourgeois to the air, and it's complete. And did it get, almost looked like the ball got taken away there from the receiver, Joe Williams, but he hangs on to it. And he gets about 6 yards. There's Joe Williams. I said it earlier, he's been dealing with a hamstring injury. Caught 20 passes a year ago. Finally caught his first pass of the season last week. 2nd down and 4 now for Sandoval. Franklin in the backfield with Bourgeois. And it is Franklin puts his head down, and he is met by Hayden Shaheen, the linebacker for the Bears, in on another tackle.
Well, KJ Franklin has some power. He can run off tackle. I don't think that's the strength of his play, but that time tried to take it right up the teeth of that Bear defense, and they held pretty stout.
Sandoval 0 for 2 on 3rd downs. Catholic came into the game allowing opponents to convert 45% of the time on 3rd down. They desperately need a 1st down to the Gators with the football at the 45-yard line, down 17-0. And 5 minutes to go in the 1st quarter. Nothing doing. Catholic knew who was going to get the ball. That was KJ Franklin, and he was shut down right at the line of scrimmage. Elijah Reams in on another tackle for the Bears, and see what David Oliver decides to do here. Does he want to punt it again? Yep, he's going to have to. Matthew Parker coming out there.
I think that's the right call. I know probably doesn't want to punt the football, but you can't give Catholic High a short field position up 17-0. The game could get away from you pretty much here in the 1st quarter. So you got to pin it deep and give your defense a chance to hold it.
Sandoval cannot get its run game going. 6 carries for 1 yard so far in this game. Parker just gets it off, and a really good punt. And it's handled. And another big return for Braylon Morgan. Braylon Morgan staying on his feet, crisscrossing the field. Morgan to the 20. He's got a convoy of blockers into the end zone. 82 yards, Braylon Morgan.
Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. You see the fans over there and just erupting. But you talking about 2 exciting returns by Braylon Morgan already in this game. I don't know what the Sandoval Flyer was doing there. I mean, I guess he was thinking maybe Morgan was going to call a fair catch, but he had an opportunity to make a play on Morgan and just went to the side of him. And now you get Morgan out in open space, and I tell you what, he's got some good skills and good discipline there by Catholic High not to commit the infraction of the block in the back.
Extra point try. And it's good. And it is 24-0. Cole Kaesnave with the extra point, but Braylon Morgan had his breakout game last week where he rushed for 109 yards and 3 touchdowns. And tonight he has returned 2 punts for a touchdown.
Yeah, here's another look at it. Watch the Sandoval Flyer. I want to see here. Look, he had well, I guess maybe he got blocked a little bit, but it was kind of a half-hearted effort there by the Flyer. And once Braylon Morgan was able to break that initial wave and gets in the open field, he really shows you how skillful of a runner he is. And again, just takes it to the house.
Officially 84 yards there for Morgan to go along with the 51-yard punt return he had to start the scoring.
Well, Jeff, so much for that theory. Go ahead and punt it and pin them deep because that didn't work. So now, you know, you've got 2 touchdowns in this game right now off of special teams. See Coach over there on his pad. I don't know what he could be showing him. They haven't done anything really wrong to this point, but you see now with all the technology in football, you can quickly show your players there what's going on.
Another one blasted into the end zone for Matthew Goodson. Wow, the Gators are in some serious trouble right now.
Yeah, and if you're Coach Oliver, you just got to look. Your team is flat over there. You know, not a lot of excitement, obviously down 24-0. You just got to go look them all in the face and tell them, hey, you got to man up. You know, let's get back in this game. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Let's get out there, run our offense. We haven't done anything well yet. Let's turn it around, and let's have some positive plays.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Quick pass. Austin Bascom gets about 6. Taiwan McDowell, one of the defenders there defensively, along with Harper Massey. Second down and 4. Looking for running room is Franklin. He can't get to the outside. And they have taken number 2 out of this ball game. Again, Sandoval rushed for 321 yards last week against a good St. James team, but the Bears are a different animal. Harper Massey been in on a lot of tackles tonight here for the Bears.
Well, and they know that K.J. Franklin is going to be the centerpiece of this offense. So what that means is David Oliver is going to have to put him in a bunch of different positions offensively. Put him in the slot, not just at tailback. Put him at wide. Try to find out different ways to get him the football.
3rd and 7. Haven't converted yet on 3rd down. Ball batted in the air, intercepted.
Oh, wow.
Bears get another turnover inside the 20.
Wow.
Patrick Delatte with the INT, 2nd turnover, and the nightmare 1st quarter continues for the Gators.
You are right. Yeah, that's took the words out of my mouth. This is just a nightmarish start for Sandoval. I mean, if it could go wrong, it has. You want to play well on special teams. You've given up 2 punt returns for a touchdown. You don't want to turn the football over. Well, this is the 2nd turnover of the football game, and Catholic High's got 24 points, and I bet you they don't have 30 yards of offense. So that just tells you, really, they've been hurting themselves, and that was their number 1 key to this game, is not to hurt themselves.
2nd time they start a drive in the red zone. D'Artes throwing to the end zone, incomplete. Trying to get the ball again to Gregory Martin. 2nd and 10.
Well, what do you do off of a turnover? A lot of teams are known for taking that big shot, and that's what Catholic High did there. They really wanted to go for the knockout blow and took a deep shot to the end zone. Good coverage there by Sandoval.
54 yards of total offense for the Bears, but yet they lead it 24-0. 2nd and 10, and it's been Sandoval's defense that has been very good this season. Unique formation there for the Bears as they hand the ball off to Joshua Parker, and he is brought down after a gain of a yard. Johnny Johnson there, and if Sandoval can get a turnover here, that would be really nice for them. There's a look at Johnny Johnson. 13.5 tackles on the year, 6 sacks for the senior, and he is a big dude.
Yeah, he is. You think he can bench press a few?
Yeah. 3rd down and 8. A lot more than me, I can say that for a fact.
Me and you combined, probably, Jeff.
Four-man rush. D'Artes incomplete to Forrest Roy, who was double covered.
Yeah, tight window for D'Artes to try to squeeze that one in. And it looks like for now, Catholic High is keeping their offense on the field. But let's see what they decide to do here.
They got the field goal kicker. D'Artes is the holder.
Yeah. So this is, look, this is still could be a victory for the Sandoval defense. You've turned the ball over twice here and able to hold them the last possession to a field goal, and maybe you can hold them or even get a block here. Just get anything positive. But if they walk away with 3 points, it's a victory for the Sandoval defense.
34-yard field goal. Cole Kaznave. And it is not pretty. And it might have been partially blocked, and there is a victory for Sandoval.
Yeah, I think somebody got a hand on it.
That's Jordan Bennett.
And got some pressure right up the middle there. And that's, look, those are the little type of plays that can just kind of flip the momentum, at least for a bit here. Able to get the ball, yeah, right there, right off the edge.
Nice job. That's a great play.
Laying out there. Bennett, good job. And that's what you need. You need somebody to step up and make a big play for your team. And off that turnover, Catholic High comes up empty, doesn't score any points.
Lathan Bourgeois still out there at quarterback. I was wondering if maybe we might see a switch at QB. Santa Ma has been playing 2 quarterbacks for most of the season. They got to get this guy going, that's for sure. A couple more yards again for KJ Franklin. Christian Menino in on the stop, only a gain of 2.
Well, for one thing Catholic High is going to key in on, it's probably minimizing his yards from that running back position. I really think they may have to line him up at running back and then swing him out, put him in different situations so he can get one-on-one with the linebacker or a cornerback and try to make a play. Here we go. He's in motion this time. Do something different with him.
Bourgeois over the middle, complete. Austin Bascom got hammered. Big hit by Patrick DeLatte. And it's 3rd down again for Santa Ma.
That's how you have to use Franklin. That time he did not get the ball, but he ran sort of a decoy route. 2-3 Catholic High defenders went with Franklin, and it opened up the middle, and you could see the middle wide open because you had so many people keying in on Franklin. You can tell this Bear team is committed to not letting number 2 beat them.
3rd down and 2. Santa Ma still looking for that first down as we wind down the first quarter. First flag of the night. Well, second, we had offsides on a kickoff. I don't really count that.
I know you don't, Jeff. I know. I figured.
This is the first flag where we get to see Jeremy White in action, one of our favorite refs.
The comedian.
Yes.
Ball started. It's number 72.
Well, how about that? That kind of illustrates tonight, right, Jason? You got a 3rd and 2, and you false start. Now you're looking at a tougher 3rd and 7.
Yeah, opportunity to pick up the first down, move the chains, and now you got yourself a 3rd and long here, deep in your own territory. Catholic High acting as if they're going to bring a blitz there and then backing out of it, trying to disguise it here. They're playing a little cat and mouse game with the quarterback. You see him coming up and whispering in the lineman's ear. All they're telling him is which gap they're planning to shoot down. They're looking at things and trying to figure out which gap.
That's the end of our first quarter, and what a quarter it was. In particular, for Braylon Morgan, his 2 punt returns got the Catholic High Bears going tonight. Can the Santa Ma Gators respond? We'll find out. More coming up on Game Time.
Okay, listen up. I know you offer great auto rates, local agents, fast, friendly claims, but do you want to be a legend? You got to get tough, kid. When I'm done with you, nothing's going to keep you down.
Great talk, Brett. Can we get back to your auto quote now?
All right, sure.
Great.
Get great auto rates and local agents at favrates.com from Farm Bureau Insurance.
How about some water?
No, thanks. I'm good.
Hey, Joe Martin here. You've seen our commercials over the years, and you may be wondering, what's in it for me? Well, ITI Technical College has been selected by Forbes magazine as a top 32-year college. But even more than that, the reason we do this is you. Our tagline is, for a better life. And we mean that, for you to be able to have the life you've always dreamed about, to do the things for your family you've always dreamed about. And it can begin here, where we are dedicated to your success, because here at ITI, the reason we do it is you.
Come enjoy a great location just minutes away from the hustle and bustle of the city at Suma Lake Apartments. Experience luxurious living with all appliances included, granite countertops, and walk-in closets. Relax in a peaceful environment by the pool or enjoy fishing in a 9-acre lake. Kids are sure to enjoy the playground and basketball court. Located in Livingston Parish in a great school district. Call today, 225-686-1111.
Catholic had 56 total yards. Santa Ma had 21 in the first quarter, but yet the Bears lead at 24-0. Thanks to 2 punt returns for a touchdown by Braylon Morgan. On 3rd down, and it is
Yeah, I think he's got that.
Caught it on the near sidelines. What a grab by K.J. Franklin.
Well, he started out as a wide receiver, and that's what I'm saying. This is the way that you've got to use K.J. Franklin and get him in spots on the field where he can be one-on-one with somebody. He doesn't have to break 3 or 4 tackles, but watch this concentration. You can see it looks like a true wide receiver going up there and getting it Beckham-like. And you only need 1 foot in bounds and able to keep his concentration and stay in bounds.
16 yards, and now Franklin running the ball hard to the 50-yard line. Gets about 6 yards there. As Franklin has schools like Nichols and Incarnate Word looking at him. Over 700 yards rushing. That was his 20th catch of the season. This is a kid that caught 10 interceptions last year, and he's also the starter on the basketball team. He's been starting there since he was a freshman. He's a senior now, and he's a terrific athlete. 2nd down and 4. Quick pass.
Got to look that in.
Williams drops it.
Oh, those are the little things. See, it wasn't going to go for 20 or 30 yards, but he was going to get a good 4 or 5 yards there. Good recognition by Bourgeois there. And you just gotta look the football in here and get those yards for your team. But you can see here, just head started to turn, and there was some blocking set up for him. And you know, that's the difference there. It puts you in a very short yardage situation, or maybe even a 1st down.
It's been a struggle throwing the football this season for David Oliver and company. They got a 3rd and 4. Tonight, Bourgeois is 5 of 9 for 37 yards. They run it with Franklin, and he stops short of the 1st down. Hayden Shaheen in on another tackle. And, well, what do you do here for
He's
David
going
Oliver?
for it. He's going for it. I think Coach Oliver called that play knowing that this was 4-down territory at this point. And you can see K.J. Williams signaling, hey, let's do it. I think he was thinking, hey, let me see how much I can get. But now, I mean, look, that's not a you're probably talking, what, 2 yards still to go there? I mean, this is not like a quarterback sneak or anything. You're gonna have to dial up something pretty special. I don't think you're just going to be able to run right at the teeth of this defense.
K.J. Franklin, 7 carries for 10 yards.
No.
And he goes straight ahead, and you're right, Jason, nothing there. It's a brick wall right up the middle. Elijah Reams in on another tackle.
See, on a big play like that, I mean, get you a timeout if necessary. You got 3 timeouts, get a timeout, come line back up, and call you a good 2-yard running play. But just putting K.J. Franklin right there behind next to the quarterback and say, I'm going to challenge the teeth of this Catholic High defensive line, it's not going to work. You're going to have to be more creative than that on 4th and 2.
Gabe Fertitta was the offensive coordinator at Catholic High for 3 seasons before he got the head coaching job. This is his 2nd stint as a coach at Catholic. D'Artes will throw it, and it's caught. This is Gregory Martin. Martin, a physical receiver, gets banged out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Nice run after the catch. 20 yards on the play, tackled by Jalen Walker.
Well, good recognition again by D'Artes. Just seeing Martin wide open out there in the flat, throws a very catchable ball such that he can turn and try to make a player miss, which he does. And now you're talking about positive yardage, good gain, and knocking on that red zone again.
Bears at the 31-yard line. Morgan now in the backfield with D'Artes. They fake it to him, and D'Artes has a wide open receiver trucking down the field. That is Brandon Hubix.
And that's a guy you don't want to get in front of. You talk about a train. This guy's going to probably play on the next level somewhere. You see his numbers. And again, just kind of a reverse pivot. Fake it one way, reverse pivot, roll out, and hit your tight end.
16-yard pass play. Kind of remember Ben Miles running that same route here for the Catholic High Bears. Braylon Morgan looking for the hat trick. Touchdown Bears. That's his 3rd of the night, but there is a flag down.
Yeah, I think this was coming back. And Jeff, you mentioned Ben Miles. I think he wore the same number too. I think he was number 11, but
69. He took the man down.
We probably have somebody on the sideline that can confirm that,
yeah,
Jeff. But Yeah, Hubix is that kind of player. Ben used to play in the H-back position, big, strong kid, and Hubix has really come on board, does a lot of the same thing. But here's the run. And again, just this, I'm really impressed by the vision of Morgan. Almost just kind of feels where those creases are.
At the 25-yard line. Morgan is just a junior, in case you were wondering. Good hard run there. Falling forward is Joshua Parker. Big game against St. Thomas More a couple of weeks ago, where he had 192 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns. He missed most of last season with a shoulder injury, and he's healthy this season. And Catholic High not afraid to rotate their running backs.
Yeah, and Parker's more the downhill runner, the traditional type running back, a little bit taller, a little bit bigger. Love to use him off the tackle.
Morgan now in the backfield with D'Artes. D'Artes sets up the screen beautifully, but Sanoma did not get fooled too bad there. It was complete to Charles Barhorst, who's got 4 catches on the year, but nicely designed play. But Sanoma stayed home here.
Yeah, they did a good job just reading their keys, because Catholic High will use a lot of misdirection. Tried to do it that time to fool them out in the flats there, but great job by that Sanoma defense not being fooled. And an opportunity on 3rd and 12 again here. Kind of bend, but don't break.
Jordan Bennett on the tackle. 3rd down and 12. Let's see if Sanoma brings some extra pressure. They do. D'Artes lofts one towards the end zone. What a grab! Touchdown Bears! Gregory Martin.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is just man-to-man coverage here. Got the inside receiver, and Martin clearly had a step on him, and D'Artes just got the ball out there such that he could make a play. Probably could have thrown. At first I thought it was underthrown, but you see Martin clearly had him beat, and it was underthrown. That's a heck of a job. Down that I can see it a little bit closer too. Coming back to that foot, I mean, wow, that is a tremendous catch. I thought D'Artes had underthrown that football because Martin had a couple steps on him, but able to come back and grab that ball essentially off the helmet of the defender. Great play there by Martin.
Jalen Walker was on the defense here, and look at that catch.
Wow. And again, Walker just not being able to get his head around, but he saw it, adjusted to the football, and able to come back and make the play.
Martin, his 2nd touchdown catch of the season. D'Artes has now thrown 8 touchdown passes, and the Bears are rolling up by 31 now over Sanoma. So some special plays here tonight by Catholic High. Impressive. One of those games right now, I don't know if David Oliver's thinking this, is like, man, they are on tonight, and no matter what we would do, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, no, this is one of those nights where when we were kids, you just want to rip the cord out of the Nintendo game and start it back all over. You know, you got me on that one. Let's start over. You can't do that obviously here, but you know, Catholic High just came out ready to play, and Sanoma a little flat at the beginning, and you know, this thing just has started to spiral out of control on them here.
D'Artes 6 of 9 for 77 yards on the night. He was 4 of 4 for 46 yards, and it's been a long night already for David Oliver.
Be able to return this one.
From basically the 1 yard line, KJ Franklin. All the way up to the 34 yard line, and a high tackle by Ebenezer Aggery. That might be my favorite name of the season. 33-yard return there for KJ Franklin.
Let's see if we catch it here, but he definitely came up high. I don't know if he got face mask or anything, but he came up high, and no, I mean, that's, hey, look, I don't see anything wrong with that. I mean, they got the pads. I don't know, Jeff, you're my rules expert. I rely on you. We can't like falling back to the studio like some people do. And
looking at Ebenezer's arms there, he better be on the basketball team, because those are some long arms.
And you got to be brave. You see a guy running full speed to try to sling them down with your arm.
So Sandoval has made the change at quarterback. Caleb Thompson is in the ball game. We'll see if that can help at all, but right now for the Gators, not much has gone right as he comes in for Lathan Bourgeois.
Yeah, just looking for a spark, just try to, you know, change some of the aspect of this game here.
And keeping it is Thompson. He fooled the Catholic High defense. Breaks a tackle. And I think he's got enough for a first down.
Yeah, he does. That's a look. A big pickup, and sometimes, again, just kind of changing the pace, changing the quarterbacks in, give you a little spark there.
There you look at the running numbers for Caleb Thompson. 79 yards, a touchdown. The passing numbers, he's thrown for 281 yards, a touchdown and an interception, and he's completed nearly 50% of his passes. Run up the middle there for 3 or 4. Only the second first down of the night for Sandoval. KJ Franklin getting the carry. Hayden Shaheen coming off the bottom of another pile, gain of 4. Second and 7. Catholic may have jumped off sides.
Yeah, across that neutral zone there. A lot of times when you bring in a new quarterback, you get accustomed to the
approachment defense.
Jeremy make the call there, but a lot of times you get accustomed to the count of the first quarterback, and then when a new one comes in with a different cadence, you got to then learn the cadence of that quarterback, and obviously was able to draw one of the defensive linemen off.
Third penalty tonight against the Bears. Thompson fakes the throw, and then he's going to get hit from behind and go down. Ball came out there at the end, but they're going to say it was blown dead. John Landry on the sack.
Got to let that ball fly earlier. That play's just not designed to block that long, and that was, again, one of the things Coach Oliver was worried about with this offensive line. You know, they're still developing and maturing as a group, and just having the appropriate time to be able to look downfield and challenge downfield.
Another 3rd and 5. It's not like Sandoval has had these 3rd and 12s and 3rd and 13s. They haven't had the easiest third down conversions, but they haven't been impossible, but they have not been able to pick them up. Thompson will step up in the pocket. Flag goes down. Thompson goes down. First down as it stands now, but we have to wait to see what the flag is about. That's a 7-yard run for Thompson.
Well, Thompson's not afraid to tuck it and run it, as you can see. If he sees a crease,
got a little speed too.
Yeah, he'll just go get it himself. He's got a little burst, as you mentioned. Oh man, how many times have we seen this?
Oh. Number 4, out of the foul. So you'll make 3rd down.
Wow. This has been part of the problem here, Jeff, is that every time they have an opportunity to get a first down or make something happen, they're committing an infraction and putting themselves in a deeper hole.
3rd and 18. This is their longest third down opportunity. They're 1 for 6.
Number 2 is isolated on the far side.
Thompson better get rid of it. He won't. He goes down. Bears were back there too quickly. Really gave him no time to set his feet. And another sack for that Catholic High defense. Christian Menino leading the charge again.
Yeah, again, you're just not going to have that much time. You got to understand, you got to let that ball go. You're not going to be able to run around back there, particularly when you got 2 defensive linemen in the backfield. And I tell you what, Sandoval cannot sleep on this punt right here, because Morgan is going for the hat trick.
He has returned 2 punts for a touchdown already tonight. And this one, not a good punt, but that might work out.
I think it's a great punt.
It might work out well.
I think that's the best punt Coach Oliver's seen tonight, and that's because you see Morgan can't get his hands on it, can't return it.
34-yard punt for Matthew Parker. It's all Catholic High. This is Game Time on YurView.
Tonight's Game Time starting lineups are brought to you by ITI Technical College, your key to a better life. Check out the stories behind the games. Visit yourview.com/Louisiana.
Louisiana is unique. The food, the festivals, even the bugs. No, not mud bugs. Unwanted bugs like these. The ones you don't want crawling in your home or business. Trust the Shield from J&J Exterminating. We've been protecting Louisiana homes for over 50 years, earning the trust of our clients because we deliver what we promise. Protect your home from pests. Get the Shield from J&J Exterminating.
J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
Tonight's Game Time keys to the game are brought to you by Podna's Barbecue. Slow cook, fall off the bone perfection, and the best baked beans in America. For more Game Time high school football coverage, check out yourview.com.
Don't miss any of the action. Go to yourview.com/football and sign up for the Game Time newsletter to get the previous week's highlights, stories, and recruiting news, along with a preview of the upcoming week's matchups delivered straight to your inbox. Worst field position of the night, starting field position for the Bears. Up by 31 from their own 35. Quick pass out to the far side. This is Singleton. Singleton upfield, close to a first down. Ankle tackle applied by Jacob Matthews. But a good start for the Bears here offensively.
Well, and I'm not sure what they're doing there in the secondary, but I tell you what, they're 10, 12 yards off the receiver. I mean, after Singleton caught that ball, there was just nobody in front of him. So you got to get that worked out.
Second down and 1. Dartez surveying the defense. Here comes some motion. Parker now in the backfield with Dartez. And straight ahead is Parker. Parker. It's a foot race now.
No.
Parker to the 10. Banged out of bounds at about the 1 yard line.
Wow.
Oh, they saying that's a touchdown?
Wow. I didn't see the signal. You saw the signal? Yes, they have signaled a touchdown here. And
wow.
Unbelievable. I tell you what, these runners are determined. Again, good vision here by Parker, showing you he's got a burst. Like we said, likes to run off tackle there, but here he shows his speed and gets going in the open field. And God, just, yeah, again, couldn't really check that. Well, maybe here. This may be our angle, Jeff. This may be our angle. Let's see here.
No,
he's out. Good job by the Cox camera crew.
Well,
good job.
It might have. It might have been inevitable, anyways.
Let's see. Our awesome Cox team here. The camera guys are just.
Yeah, he should be out at about the 3.
Hey, Coach Oliver should have thrown a red flag and sent it up here to us, Jeff. We could.
Oh, geez.
That's 4 yards.
The referee who signaled touchdown is about 10 yards. There you see. Look how far back he is. I mean, Parker's so fast, referee couldn't keep up with him.
Well, and he wasn't looking at his feet. He was looking at the ball and where it may have crossed the plane, and as a result, it was his feet that were out of bounds.
Not sure if Gabe Fertitta and his Catholic High team, at least under his tutelage, has had a better second half. All 3 phases of the game working here tonight. And that's what Coach Fertitta had told us. Yeah, we're 4-1, but we're still waiting for that solid game where they play well in all 3 phases. As you look at the Crown Trophy scoring drive, Bears started off the season beating Parkview 34-21. Then in a great game in week 2, defeated Zachary. Lost to U-High, came back and rallied to beat St. Thomas More. They trailed the Cougars 29-7, and then last week a 20-point win over Turlings. Speaking of St. Thomas More and Turlings, that's where we'll be next week. We'll be in Lafayette for the best rivalry game in the hub city. St. Thomas More versus Turlings Catholic. Looking forward to that one. It was a sensational game last year when we did it at Turlings Catholic.
I'm excited. And I love going down to that part of the state, you know, just the atmosphere and the people tailgating. And it's a good, there you go, right there, on cue. had great quarterback play last year, too.
4:03 left to go in the first half in this one. Gators down big, 38-0. Thompson staying out there. Franklin getting the carry, but the results remain the same. Nowhere to go. Christian Mannino on the tackle and sent it down to the field. Smacker Miles has some special guests.
Yes, I'm here with the doctor team of the night. We have Wayne Wagensback from Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic and Patrick Cook from Peak Performance Physical Therapy. These guys work together to make these athletes stay healthy and to help them out if they do have an injury. Wayne is pre-op. Tell us a little bit about that process.
So the first thing we want to look at is what the injury is, what we can do to get them back faster, what we can do to help them even before surgery, and that's where Patrick and his group at Peak come in and take care of the athletes initially, maybe even before surgery, depending on what it is.
How important is physical therapy and trying to avoid that operation if it's possible?
Well, I mean, obviously you want to avoid any operation, and when there's a structural problem, it has to be fixed. So that's where the orthopedic surgeons come in, and we just try to be a team out here. The trainers, physical therapists, and doctors, we all work together and try to keep the athletes healthy because that's the #1 goal.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Jeff?
And want to thank the great team over at Peak Performance Physical Therapy. Another 3 and out here for Sanoma as they just can't get anything going offensively. Not enough weapons here tonight. They just got one. That's KJ Franklin, and he's been shut down. 13 carries for 15 yards. You can see the frustration on his face.
Yeah, you see it there. And Jeff, you talk about feeling old when the team doctor was your classmate. That kind of guy. But I tell you what, Wayne is what Dr. Wagensback is probably what I should call him now. But he was a tremendous student, does a good job at Baton Rouge Orthopedic.
Matthew Parker, the punter, he's got a 4.88 GPA. Most likely will be the valedictorian for Sanoma. And the punt does good. Look at this. Morgan's going to pick it up. And he got tackled at the 46. Thankfully for Sanoma there was Austin Bascom. Well, game time on YurView Louisiana. Thanks Louisiana Lift for their support of this telecast, specializing in customer service on equipment rentals, parts, and training. Louisiana Lift has been serving its customers since 1980. Check them out online at lalift.com or call their Baton Rouge office 753-5700 or contact the New Orleans area office 504-463-3400. Louisiana Lift, they're always on call. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line here for the Bears. Up 38-0. Dart has a long count here. Straight ahead run. This is Jake Outlaw. And Outlaw gets about 8 or 9 yards. Catholic leads the all-time series against the Gators 18-13 last year. Sanoma won 21-14. 2016 was a great game. Catholic beating Sanoma 31-18. As the Bears have won 3 of the last 4 meetings. Under 2 minutes to go before halftime. Our West Feliciana Parish halftime show, where we'll introduce you to our scholars and teachers of the week from these 2 great high schools. Getting a chance here, LC Benjamin. Benjamin gets the first down before finally getting pushed back. Benjamin is a guy, if he can stay healthy, he'll start getting some college offers. That is the 9th first down for the Bears. They're taking some time up now. 1.5 minutes and counting. Sanoma does a nice job there getting around LC Benjamin, shutting it down. Jameer Baptiste, Johnny Johnson among the Gators there.
Yeah, good penetration that time by the defensive line there for the Gators, and trying to slow this Catholic High running game down, but you kind of hit on it earlier. They're throwing fresh legs out there at the running back position I mean, it's running back by committee, but they're all good and decent running backs that they're throwing at you. Not a lot of drop-off between changing out running backs.
Parker now the running back with D'Artez. D'Artez will keep it, and he'll go down after a gain of a yard. Not much blocking on that left side, and trailing the play was Jameer Baptiste with the tackle.
They're going to get a timeout here.
Well, we saw a couple weeks ago down in New Iberia, Notre Dame poured it on Catholic High early. And this time it's Catholic High of Baton Rouge. This one's very impressive just by the fact that all three phases of the game really engaged early on here for Catholic.
No, that's right. I mean, when the way they started it, the game, it reminded me of that Notre Dame game we did a couple weeks ago, and just came out clicking on all cylinders. I mean,
early turnover got things going.
Punt return, and got an offensive touchdown, and just everything working for you. So you got to be excited about that, but you got to be over there telling your team, hey, look, don't get complacent. That's why they called a timeout. They're obviously thinking this one over, probably right outside of field goal range. So you're thinking you either got to pick up a first down or close to it to even give your field goal kicker a shot. And I'm sure, they want to continue to click on all cylinders going into the half.
5 wide receivers out there for 3rd and 8 from the 31-yard line. D'Artez over the middle, intercepted. Picked off by Evan Bourgeois. I believe that's the first interception of the season for D'Artez.
Maybe a second.
Second.
Yeah, I think he threw one last week, but this one just really floated on him, and he was trying to hit the receiver on the slant route, and it really got over his head, but a good job there. Concentration by Bourgeois, but you can see here, trying to get the receiver right there on the slant, and just sailed on him. Just absolutely sailed on him. Actually had he been able to keep that football down, and you don't see D'Artez make a lot of those mistakes, as you mentioned, Jeff. Rarely turning the football over, rarely throwing interceptions.
1st and 10 at the 25. Straight up the middle, Franklin bouncing off a couple of tacklers, and gain of 6, one of his better runs of the night. And we'll see if Sandoval decides to try to run another play. I doubt it with 15 seconds and counting, and Franklin losing his shoe on the play. Sandoval will try to regroup in the second half, come out and give it their best effort in the second half, but the Catholic High Bears making a statement in this district opener as they jumped all over Sandoval early, taking advantage of an early turnover, a couple of punt returns for a touchdown by Braylon Morgan. Joshua Parker has a couple of touchdown runs for the Bears. Catholic High's defense has been relentless, and that all adds up to a 38-0 lead for the Catholic High Bears, who won the Division I state championship, and they'll be there in the end.
You can wait.
Oh, okay, you're waiting. You can wait right by that table there.
Smacker is making her way over to the far sidelines to have a chance to talk with Gabe Fertitta. And I dare Coach Fertitta to come up with a couple of negative thoughts on that first half. Let's take it down to the field.
He's got to be happy.
Coach, you knew special teams was going to be really important tonight. How big of a role have they played?
Well, I mean, we've scored on them a couple of times tonight. Braylon's been fantastic in the punt return game. It's something we've really been working on a lot with him, is just fielding the ball, because it's such an important field position thing. We've always known what he could do with it after he caught it. We've just been working with him on catching the punts and all that, and he's done a really good job of that. Still wouldn't have liked to have gotten the kick block there early, but it's just something we got to work on.
Sandoval had 320 rushing yards last week, and you've really shut down their rushing game. How has your defensive line done so well?
I mean, they, the ball get off is probably the most important thing for the defensive linemen, and they've been doing a great job of getting off the ball, defeating blocks, and playing with their hands. So Coach Dukes, our D-line coach, did a great job prepping those guys, so they've been doing well.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.
So Gabe Fertitta did find something negative. That blocked field goal. That's right. That was the one negative play there for the Catholic High Bears. Other than that, all Catholic High tonight. 38-0. West Feliciana Parish halftime show after this.
Game Time Halftime is brought to you by Podna's Barbecue. Slow cooked, fall off the bone perfection, and the best baked beans in America. Gary Lewis Property. From apartments, condominiums, and townhomes, Gary Lewis Properties is a top provider in Baton Rouge of residential and commercial property for rent. Monogram Express. We make ordinary gifts extraordinary. And by Louisiana Lift. And Louisiana Lift, we're always on call. Check out YurView.com for in-depth high school football coverage.
When I tore my ACL, I didn't think I'd ever be able to play soccer again. My doctor told me how important physical therapy would be, so I chose Peak. I'm glad I did. Now I'm stronger, faster, better than ever. Choose Peak.
Choose Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
When I get back to Baton Rouge, I get in my Blues Mobile and I drive right on down to Partner's Barbecue. And you know what I do? I get me some ribs, all tender too. Some baked beans, some potato salad, some smoked sausage. You got to come on down to Partner's Barbecue, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, Joe Martin here. You've seen our commercials over the years, and you may be wondering, what's in it for me? Well, ITI Technical College has been selected by Forbes magazine as a top 32-year college. But even more than that, the reason we do this is you. Our tagline is for a better life, and we mean that, for you to be able to have the life you've always dreamed about, to do the things for your family you've always dreamed about. And it can begin here, where we are dedicated to your success, because here at ITI, the reason we do it is you.
Exercising is my life, so when I had to stop because of my foot and ankle pain, I was absolutely devastated. I chose Peak, and they taught me how to relieve the pain. They really do bring out the athlete in everyone. Choose Peak.
Choose Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
Tonight's Game Time League standings are brought to you by Crown Trophy. Check out the stories behind the games. Visit yourview.com/Louisiana.
Catholic High has put on a show here tonight at halftime. They lead the Santa Maria Gators 38-0 in the district opener. Last week we were in Zachary and we saw a great game between University High and the Zachary Broncos, a game that the Cubs would win, showing why they are one of the best teams in the nation. Welcome to Zachary High School, the home of the Zachary Broncos. Tonight, they take on the University High Cubs. It's a battle of two of Louisiana's best.
You know, our guys have played in some big-time games before, and this is another one, and great challenge for us tonight.
They're going to test us on both sides of the ball, and playing in their home stadium with the atmosphere tonight will be a challenge, but our guys are looking forward to it.
Third and goal here. He'll quickly get rid of it. Touchdown Broncos! And Zachary strikes first. McKernan throws. Has a man open. This is Micaiah Tung in stride. Touchdown Cubs! And they go to Hollins right up the middle. Hollins to the 5. Battling his way to the end zone. Nobody can stop him. Touchdown! Touchdown Cubs! There's that slant play again, and that's Chandler Whitfield. Turn on the Jets and forget about it. Chandler Whitfield makes this a one-point game. They give it to the big offensive lineman. Touchdown Cubs. Whitfield's in the backfield again. Instead, they fake the pitch to him, and that's Keelan Brown galloping into the end zone. And Hollins bulldozes his way into the end zone. The pitch to Hollins. Hollins, he's running downhill here, Jason. Get out of his way. Nobody's going to catch him. To the 20. Forget it. Big time run for Mike Hollins, his third touchdown run of the night. And they fake the pitch. Brown straight ahead. Touchdown. Touchdown Broncos. And it's back to within a one-score game. Mike Collins, he knows how to play. Bounce it off tacklers into the end zone. Touchdown Cubs. McKernan will throw. Going to the end zone. Jordan Clark catches it. Touches it. And that's your ball game. U High will improve to 5-0.
Our O-line is young. They make mistakes. I know I pick them up every play. So, I kept them up. I knew if they gave me a hole, I'll take it all the way. So that's all I kept harping on is, give me a hole, give me a gap, and I'll take it all the way. So Coach Mahaffey really, told us to keep our composure. Close game. Like I said, we haven't had one in a while. So, we finished in the second half. That's all I can say.
Well, I've had back pain now and then, but it got so bad I couldn't even bend over. I didn't want to resort to pain pills, so I chose Peak, hoping they could relieve the pain. They got me active again. I even lost weight. I believe in better. I chose Peak.
Choose Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
Okay, listen up. I know you offer great auto rates, local agents, fast, friendly claims, but do you want to be a legend? You got to get tough, kid. When I'm done with you, nothing's going to keep you down.
Great talk, Brett. Can we get back to your auto quote now?
All right, sure.
Great.
Get great auto rates and local agents at favrates.com from Farm Bureau Insurance.
How about some water?
No, thanks. I'm good.
Come enjoy a great location just minutes away from the hustle and bustle of the city at Suma Lake Apartments. Experience luxurious living with all appliances included, granite countertops, and walk-in closets. Relax in a peaceful environment by the pool or enjoy fishing in a 9-acre lake. Kids are sure to enjoy the playground and basketball court. Located in Livingston Parish in a great school district. Call today, 225-686-1111.
I think that people want to be in West Feliciana because it's truly one of the unique parts of Louisiana. That if you live in West Feliciana, you can have it all. You can have a great lifestyle, a government that works for you and is open and transparent. You can have wonderful neighbors. You can have a great school. You can live in an environment that's free of fear from crime. We're less than 20 minutes from the Baton Rouge Airport, 30 minutes from the state capitol. What we have in West Feliciana is a place where you really can have it all.
I spent years suffering from knee pain, so I decided to have replacement surgery. My doctor did a great job, and he allowed me to choose Peak for my PT. I should have done this a long time ago. I'm so glad I chose Peak.
Choose Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
Tonight's Game Time Player of the Game is brought to you by ITI Technical College, your key to a better life. Check out the stories behind the games. Visit yourview.com/Louisiana.
Welcome to the West Feliciana Parish Halftime Show. We are live from Memorial Stadium. Catholic leads it 38-0. First up, we're going to have our Scholars of the Week. Caleb is from Catholic High. Hunter is from Catholic High. He joins us from the Spirit Squad, and he's also very involved at school. Tell us about what all you do.
So I'm involved in student ambassador, student ministry, math club, Respect Life, and then I'm part of the cheer team.
You said you'd like to be a heart surgeon someday. Tell me a little bit about those plans.
Yeah, so I want to go. I don't know necessarily what I want to go, where I want to go, but my overall plan is to end up at grad school, become a cardiovascular surgeon, and then kind of like help to save people's lives through heart surgery.
Thanks, Hunter, and good luck.
Thank you.
We also have Caleb from Santa Ma. As you can see, he's on the football team. This is a pretty special night for him. Tell us a little bit about being a student athlete.
Well, it's very difficult, dealing with all the homework, the afternoon practices, find places that you can find time to have fun. It's really a difficult thing, but I love every second of it and I enjoy being part of it.
You also find time to be a part of the FCA. What do you do for them and what is that all about?
Well, each week we have a Fellowship of Christian Athletes meeting, and pretty much we have somebody come speak and we share a verse, and it's a really good time. I enjoy it, and of course the best part of all, we have donuts afterwards. It's always a fun part.
Thanks to our Scholars of the Week. Next up, we will have our Teachers of the Week. This is Brother Cliff from Catholic High and Miss McKithen from Santa Ma. Brother Cliff is new to town. He came here a little bit over a year ago to join Catholic High from the north. Tell us a little bit about your time so far at Catholic.
Probably my biggest impression, most important impression at Catholic High has been the spirit of community that exists at the school, a sense of cooperation between faculty and students. There's a very special spirit on our campus.
You teach 10th grade religion.
10th grade religion.
What would you like your students to bring away from your class?
An idea that God loves them and that somehow He's with us, good times and bad.
Are you here for good?
I'm here for good. My friends think I'm on loan. I'm here for good.
Thanks, Brother Cliff. We also have Miss McKithen. She teaches special education at Santa Ma. Tell us a little bit about how rewarding what you do is.
It's very rewarding, getting to see our kids move on to the next level after high school. We try to teach them skills so that they can be productive once they leave us, and it's very rewarding to see them do well after they leave us at Santa Ma.
One of her students recently won Homecoming Queen. I have to hear a little bit about her.
She's a cheerleader, and she's got a very bubbly personality, and our student body did. They really like Skylar May. She's our Homecoming Queen, and she's one of our students, and we're very proud of her and very proud of our student body.
Thank you for joining us, and thank you for your contributions to your school.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brother Cliff.
Thank you. Thank you.
Coming up, we have much more. After this break, we will have the first half stats and some recaps so far in this game.
Hey, Joe Martin here. You've seen our commercials over the years, and you may be wondering, what's in it for me? Well, ITI Technical College has been selected by Forbes magazine as a top 32-year college. But even more than that, the reason we do this is you. Our tagline is for a better life, and we mean that, for you to be able to have the life you've always dreamed about, to do the things for your family you've always dreamed about. And it can begin here, where we are dedicated to your success, because here at ITI, the reason we do it is you.
When I get back to Baton Rouge, I get in my blues mobile and I drive right on down to Partner's Barbecue. And you know what I do? I get me some ribs, all tender too. Some baked beans, some potato salad, some smoked sausage. You got to come on down to Partner's Barbecue, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Come enjoy a great location just minutes away from the hustle and bustle of the city at Suma Lake Apartments. Experience luxurious living with all appliances included, granite countertops, and walk-in closets. Relax in a peaceful environment by the pool or enjoy fishing in a 9-acre lake. Kids are sure to enjoy the playground and basketball court. Located in Livingston Parish in a great school district. Call today, 225-686-1111.
Okay, listen up. I know you offer great auto rates, local agents, fast friendly claims, but do you want to be a legend? You got to get tough, kid. When I'm done with you, nothing's going to keep you down.
Great talk, Brett. Can we get back to your auto quote now?
All right, sure.
Great.
Get great auto rates and local agents at favrates.com from Farm Bureau Insurance.
How about some water?
No, thanks. I'm good.
Back on the West Feliciana Parish halftime show, where the Catholic High Bears leading the Santa Ma Gators 38-0. Jeff Palermo along with Jason DeQuire. Well, Santa Ma wanted to go bear hunting tonight, but the bear...
They ran into some big bears. They ran into some big bears.
Fast bears.
Yeah.
And this one got out of hand early, Jason.
Well, Coach Fertitta wanted to execute in all three phases of the game, and he did that. He scored a touchdown on offense, turnovers on defense, and he scored 2 punt returns for a touchdown. You can't ask for a better first half.
No, you can't. Let's take a look at our first half highlights, and the onslaught started right away. This fumble here would set up the first touchdown of the night for the Bears. Running it in, a first of 2 for the junior running back Joshua Parker, who now has 8 touchdowns on the season. And then Braylon Morgan, this one from 51 yards out. No one lays a hand on him as he gets past the punter for the score, and this one was a special one. This is Odell Beckham-like, right? Backing up and then ahead of steam, breaking some tackles, reversing field, looking around for somebody to tackle him. Got the blockers in front of him, and Morgan's in the end zone. Sandoval trying to get back in this game. An interception there, picked off by Patrick DeLatte. And then here's D'Artes. What a throw and what a grab by Gregory Martin. Cameron D'Artes, 8th touchdown pass of the season. And then more of Joshua Parker. Breaking through tackles. Replay would show he would actually get out of bounds at the 2, but why not? Give it to him. Touchdown, Parker. D'Artes here gets picked off. One of the few highlights of the night for the Gators. Evan Bourgeois, the interception. And the stats, as you would imagine, quite one-sided. 200 yards of offense for Catholic High. The third down conversions, big in this game, Jason, because Sandoval just can't keep the ball and keep it away from Braylon Morgan, the punt returner, and Catholic High's offense.
Well, and with 38 points, you would think that the offensive yardage would be even more lopsided than that, but Catholic High, their average starting field position has been like almost midfield, so they haven't had to do a whole lot offensively. Plus, you combine that with the 2 punt returns that don't show up there on your stat line, but that's how you get to 38-0.
Second half kickoff coming up from Memorial Stadium. 38-0 our score. This is Game Time.
This throbbing neck pain was so bad it moved to my shoulders and was causing severe headaches. Then a friend suggested I choose Peak. 2 weeks later, the pain was completely gone. So glad I chose Peak.
Choose Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
Hey, Joe Martin here. You've seen our commercials over the years, and you may be wondering, what's in it for me? Well, ITI Technical College has been selected by Forbes magazine as a top 32-year college. But even more than that, the reason we do this is you. Our tagline is for a better life, and we mean that. For you to be able to have the life you've always dreamed about, to do the things for your family you've always dreamed about. And it can begin here, where we are dedicated to your success, because here at ITI, the reason we do it is you.
Louisiana is unique. The food, the festivals, even the bugs. No, not mud bugs. Unwanted bugs like these. The ones you don't want crawling in your home or business. Trust the Shield from J&J Exterminating. We've been protecting Louisiana homes for over 50 years, earning the trust of our clients because we deliver what we promise. Protect your home from pests. Get the Shield from J&J Exterminating.
J&J Exterminating. Yeah. Do you need to say great job, congratulations, or way to go? Crown Trophy on Sherwood Forest Boulevard in Baton Rouge has the trophy, plaque, acrylic, or crystal award you're looking for. Whether it's for your team, business, or church, come to Crown Trophy. We guarantee the highest level of customer service, and there's no charge for rush orders or trophy engraving. We're nationally known and locally owned. Visit us online to view our catalog at www.crowntrophy.com.
My shoulder pain got so bad I couldn't lift anything overhead. So I chose Peak Performance, and I can't believe how much better I am now. Peak really does get you back into the game of life. Choose Peak.
Choose Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
Tonight's Game Time play of the game is brought to you by Louisiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Ready to serve you with auto insurance, homeowners insurance, life insurance, and more. Real service, real people.
38-0 is our score. Catholic High leading Sandoval. Let's send it to one of our great sponsors here on Game Time. That is Louisiana Farm Bureau Insurance Companies.
I'm Kurt Nichols, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in Livingston Parish. I'm not just a voice on the other end of a phone or an anonymous email. We're your neighbors. We're here to help. Whether it's volunteering for a local school or a community organization or cooking a pastelaia for an athletic event, we're always trying to give back to our community so we can better get to know our clients. I've met Travis. Travis is a great guy. He seems to take a lot of pride in his job and his role as the coach. Cooked my pastelaya. The kids, whenever it came time, they finished up practice. They were able to come over and get a nice hot meal that hopefully gives them some energy for the meet that they have coming up this weekend. Friday night football is the greatest thing that you can hope for on a Friday. Friday night football is at the high school level it's what every kid wants to be. You know, they want to be out there and have the chance to win the game and to be able to compete. It also gives my clients a chance to better get to know me. You know, this is a great opportunity. Farm Bureau gives us the opportunity, along with Cox, to be able to live our motto, which is real service, real people.
Santa Maria Gators back on the field. Smacker Miles had a chance to talk with David Oliver. Let's send it down to Smacker.
Jeff, Coach Oliver said the overall message to his team at halftime was just to encourage them. He made a little joke to me that this is their second straight tough trip to Memorial, but he just wants them to do the little things right this half, to focus on ending drives with kicks as opposed to turnovers. And obviously on special teams, those 2 kick returns that were allowed are a big issue on the actual total score. He said he's happy with their defense overall, and he just wants them to continue to work hard this half. Jeff?
Thanks, Smacker. Yeah, I would say Santa Maria's defense has done well tonight. A tough situation. Remember, one of those drives for Catholic started in the red zone and didn't score any points.
No, that's right. I mean, they've had some pretty good stands after Catholic High got the ball basically within the red zone. One obviously was walked away with a field goal, but the other was a blocked field goal. So score could actually be worse in this game.
Gabe Fertitta has to feel really good, though, about his team. He said there were a few series there against U High, who undoubtedly, without argument, is the best team in the state of Louisiana.
Yeah, I mean,
he felt that they played with them for several of those series in that game.
Yeah, they did, and I mean, that U High team may be some of the best talent ever assembled on one football team, maybe in the history of Louisiana football. I know it's a big statement, but they've got that kind of talent on a single team.
Catholic High will get the ball. Remember, they won the toss, and then they deferred to the second half. Matthew Parker has it teed up. And we're underway from Memorial Stadium.
Oh, man.
Look out, Joshua Parker. Parker dragging some tacklers all the way up to the 37-yard line.
Wow, he doesn't go down easy, does he?
36-yard return for the junior running back.
Yeah, we saw him run the ball well in the first half and difficult to bring down. One of the taller backs they have back there, and also kind of doubles as a return guy.
There is an injured player. So high school and college football fans, be sure to check out YurView's recruiting podcast called Over the Middle. Over the Middle is hosted by recruiting guru Jeremy Crabtree. Each week, Jeremy will take you inside the huddle, interviewing players, coaches, and industry insiders in and around college football. All that and much more each week on Over the Middle podcast. You can check it out at YurView.com. Santa Maria player down on the ground right now. That's Reed Norwood, a senior, who has nearly 24 tackles on the season.
Who is considered the top recruit in Louisiana right now, Jeff?
Well, Ishmael, it's a defensive tackle from EME.
Okay.
And Ishmael, I'll look it up here, but you caught me off guard there.
He's ranked up there nationally.
He's
the
nationally,
highest nationally ranked recruit we have in Louisiana.
Let's go!
So good to see that Reed Norwood able to leave on his own 2 feet and walk off the field. Dartez still out there. Not sure how long the starters will stay out there. Braylon Morgan in the backfield with him as this drive starts at the 38-yard line. Morgan bouncing it out to the outside. Good pursuit here. Santa Maria could not contain him, though. Braylon Morgan is off to the races again. chased down from behind inside the 10-yard line. What a run by Braylon Morgan.
I don't know how he worked himself out of this thing to free him up. I mean, but it was great pursuit, as you mentioned. Watch Sandoval really pursue, move laterally well, but there's nothing there. And then, again, just one quick move right there in the hole. And, you know, Coach Fertitta described him as more the scat back, and I tell you what, he can scat around back there. Right here, this is the unbelievable move. I mean, wow, just frozen, and then enough to create a hole and then just exploited it. This guy's been impressive tonight.
First and goal at the 8. Inside the Gary Lewis Properties red zone after the 54-yard run. And there's a touchdown. Forrest Roy, his first grab of the night, and he finds the end zone for the 3rd time tonight. And the Bears continue to pour it on. It's now 44-0.
Well, too easy, just pitch and catch there. And I was wondering when Forrest Roy was going to, join the offensive attack here. And everybody's gotten a big play really in on offense except for their leading receiver, Forrest Roy. And there you see, quick slant, good execution, good route. D'Artez hits him on the numbers and into the end zone.
The extra point is good. Cole K's name. Well, I should have answered your question better about the top recruit. I don't know why it didn't come to my mind right away, but Derek Stingley at Dunham High School.
I should have been able to. Where is he? I don't know. I hadn't been really, getting in the weeds on where players are ranked and all that. Do they have where he is?
He is number 28 in the ESPN 300, 24/7. Let's see where they got him. Yep.
Yeah, right here at Dunham.
We will see the Dunham Tigers here coming up in a couple of weeks against Northeast. And then Ishmael Sopsher, the defensive tackle from Amant, who has yet to commit. You got John Emery, the running back at Destrehan, who is going to Georgia. Cardell Thomas, the offensive lineman at Southern Lab, going to LSU. Trey Palmer, the wide receiver at Kentwood. We'll see him take on Southern Lab in the final game of our regular season. Devontae Lee, Brighton Constantine is up there.
I was about to say, when is the first U-High player going to make the list? So Constantine is actually ranked higher than Christian Harris.
Harris is at 8, and then Dante Sparks, the linebacker at John Arrett, is at 9, and then Ray Parker, who just committed to LSU, the offensive lineman from Ruston. So there's your top 10. And we'll see a couple of those players by the end of the year. Maybe we'll see John Emery and the Destrehan Wildcats in the playoffs. That would be one of my wishes.
Yeah. He hadn't done a Destrehan game. Spygate. I got to make fun of him because one of my best friends is a big Destrehan fan, and he's always in there. A good program, but I had to get that jab in there.
Well, Bourgeois back out there at quarterback for Sandoval. They tried Caleb Thompson, didn't have much more success, but Bourgeois back out there. He was 5 of 9 for 37 yards, and Joe Williams drops another pass, the second one of his tonight.
Yeah, deja vu. I mean, it was the same idea. That's why he's hitting himself on the head. It's the same pass he dropped in the first half, and again, just not looking the ball in, trying to do too much before he actually catches the ball. Of course, you see and hear footsteps there, but you got to catch the football.
At the 32-yard line, Gators just 2 first downs in that first half. Turner breaks through the line of scrimmage. He's in the open field. Turner will run out of bounds. So after a first half where he rushed for just 21 yards on 14 carries, a 39-yard run there for KJ Franklin, and KJ Franklin finally makes a big play.
Yeah, broke a tackle right there, and you can see his skill set when he gets to the outside. Got great, tremendous speed. And again, here's a guy where the coach has asked him to do more on offense and really carry the load on offense, but his natural position is defensive back, and that's where he's being recruited.
Now they throw it out to Franklin, makes one defender miss. Franklin up to the 24-yard line as he's chased out of bounds by Evan Venable.
And if you can get him isolated, he's going to make that first man miss. I mean, Catholic High was there in position to make the tackle, and Franklin just shook him. I mean, just absolutely shook him and able to get into the open field.
He's already made one big grab tonight, so he's now 21 catches on the season. So 2 grabs for 24 yards for KJ Franklin. Franklin gets another carry here. And he's able to get up to the 17-yard line. That's another Santa Ma first down. First time tonight they've been able to move the chains twice in the same drive.
Well, this is what we thought we were going to see more of, the KJ Franklin show. But, yeah, you also have to credit Catholic High for kind of being prepared for him and slowing him down. But obviously this has been a good series for him here.
First time in the red zone for the Gators. Keeping it is Bourgeois. Bourgeois gets the edge. Bourgeois inside the 5 to the 3-yard line.
That's good. This Gators offense, this Gator team, and you mentioned it, Coach Oliver, just not giving up, telling you boys, hey, we got to fight this through. Good read option there. Good read by Bourgeois. Good strong running.
Mikey Alvarado on the tackle as the Bears have some of their backups in there now. Nowhere to run that time. Shut down at the line of scrimmage. First time we've mentioned really the name Connor Finucane, who is getting some looks from Tulsa, SMU. Even Alabama has started to look at number 50 there for the Bears to play on the offensive line. But for the Bears this season, he's on the defensive line for the most part. 6'4", 270 pounds. Second and goal at the 4. Bourgeois with the check to the sidelines. Keeping it is Bourgeois. And did he get into the end zone? He did. Broke the tackle of Venable. And Lathan Bourgeois, for the 4th time this season, finds the end zone.
Well, that's some good, hard downhill running by Lathan Bourgeois. Again, just that read option, but he takes a couple strong hits by Catholic High defenders and able to bounce off of them. Watch here on the read option, everybody keying on Franklin. You saw most of the defenders go that direction, but then again, seeing him shed the tackler by number 3, Venable, had a shot at him right here, and just good job shedding that tackle, keeping his balance, and getting his team into the end zone for the first time tonight.
Parker on for the extra point. He's perfect tonight, 16 of 16, make it 17 of 17. And the Gators are finally on the board.
Watch all the people go with Franklin right there. It just literally freezes the whole Catholic High defense, and Bourgeois able to run that little read option quarterback keeper into the end zone.
Bourgeois Jr. trying to lock down that quarterback position for Santa Ma. Second straight week he started. They tried Caleb Thompson for a few series in the second quarter, but Bourgeois finally leads Santa Ma on a drive. And they are on the board as they'll avoid the shutout at least here tonight. They had 60 yards in the first half. They had 68 yards on that drive.
Yeah, KJ Franklin really came alive for them and had some big plays running the football as well, catching some quick screens there, and then Lathan Bourgeois able to finish it off.
One of the men back to return for the Bears, Ryan D. Nicola. And picked up at the 7-yard line. Check that, that's Trey Benson, my fault. And Trey Benson on the return for 16 yards. The freshman getting an opportunity there. Don't miss any of the action. Go to YurView.com/football and sign up for the Game Time newsletter to get the previous week's highlights, stories, and recruiting news, along with a preview of the upcoming week's matchups delivered straight to your inbox. First and 10 at the 23. I think we got a new quarterback out there, don't we, Jason?
I'm waiting to see a number there. It looks like it.
Don't look like D'Artes.
That's it.
And the new Bears quarterback is Jackson Thomas. Handoff here to L.C. Benjamin, who's brought down from behind as he was tackled by Sam McCorkle. Well, I hope the rosters are right the rest of the way because we're going to be calling out some different numbers.
I think you're right, buddy. I think you're right, and that's what you need to do. And you know, you get a big lead over a district rival, and you know, allow some of your younger players to play in a game like this. You're going to need them next year. D'Artes is a senior. Got a few other seniors on this team.
Thomas will throw it out into the flat, and that's Trey Benson, his 10th catch of the season. And that's a Bears first down.
Well, we haven't seen Trey Benson a lot tonight, but I tell you what, you know, if it's a freshman playing at Catholic High, that means that they've got a lot of high praise for him. And really the last freshman we saw with significant playing time was a guy by the name of Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Yeah.
And we all know where he is now.
Yeah, so. Not even Darius Geis played as a freshman on the varsity level.
Well, and it used to be a rule for Coach Weiner, and Clyde Edwards was the first time that he actually went against his old rule and played Clyde Edwards.
Run off the left side and plenty of running room for L.C. Benjamin. And he is upended at the 38-yard line. A nice run there. No senior running backs for the Bears. 26-yard run for Benjamin. And if you've been watching this game, you have seen Parker, Benjamin, Braylon Morgan, all these guys will be back next year. How scary will they be again next season?
Coach Fertitta's going to need some extra footballs because I don't know how you're going to be able to feed all of them. But I tell you what, he is doing a good job with it. I mean, they're all getting their shots to play. But I tell you what, when you know you got 4 or 5 running backs that can carry the football, that means you're going to take every advantage of the opportunity and the carries that you get.
Handoff up the middle. Big run for Jake Outlaw. And Outlaw all the way up to the 15-yard line. Darius Smith on the tackle, but Outlaw, another junior who had 70 yards in the game against Parkview, gets 23 right there.
Well, and one of the things you got to do when you see Catholic High being able to run the football with all these backs, you got to credit that offensive line. And you know, that starts with Hibbard and Beal and Truett Bankston, who's had some great blocks tonight, as well as Alexander over there at right guard, and Hunter Chauncey at right tackle. All of them have done a tremendous job, and Coach Fertitta raved about it. He said, I think that is the strength of my team, is that offensive line.
Outlaw the carry. And looking out there now, Jason, there's a lot of new guys on that offensive line, including a freshman, Cohen Allen, number 74. Playing over at left tackle. There's a look at him. Right next to him, it's Landry Kurth, Cole Miller. So some different guys getting out there, and the same results for this Bears offensive line. Yusef Atkins is the right guard. Second and 8. Thomas barking out the singles, throws it, and dropped by the freshman Benson. Well, getting back to the freshman rule, talking to Dale Weiner, he told me there was another guy he almost considered playing as a freshman, Jason DeQueer.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. But to be honest with you, Jack, I probably, as a place kicker, I probably could have played as a freshman, you know.
Yeah.
But his idea, though, is it's 9th grade football. You do it, and look, in my era, I had some guys by the name of Ward Dunn and the guy broadcasting down the way, Kevin Franklin. I'll tell you what, they were 2 of the top recruits in the state, but that was his rule. He did not allow freshmen to play.
3rd down and 8. Run off the left side, L.C. Benjamin. Benjamin almost to the end zone as he was tackled by Evan Bourgeois right at the 2-yard line. Bears looking for more, up 38. That was a 3rd down run there, hard run by Benjamin. 11 yards.
Again, I think Benjamin and Parker are your real downhill runners, your big, powerful runners. You can see here, I mean, just always falling forward and breaking tackles. Those are your off-tackle guys, and then you got to chase your scat backs around. And
hard run here by Jake Outlaw, and the Gators defense stands him up. 2nd and goal. Next week, back over in Lafayette for another rivalry game. St. Thomas More versus Turlings Catholic. Catholic just got done playing STM, and Turlings made 2 back-to-back trips across the Atchafalaya Basin. I did not ask Gabe Fertitta if they were stopped on the Atchafalaya. That's pretty good if you can do it 2 Fridays in a row. Thomas keeps it, and he is brought down right away. Falls forward. Reese Nelson there for Sanoma.
Yeah, I think that's the
signal. They say he got in there. Touchdown. All right. So a touchdown run for Jackson Thomas.
Yeah, good job by Jackson Thomas leading the Catholic High. Come in on your first series, and you know you don't have any penalties. A good, clean offensive drive, and you know, kind of picking up right where Dartez left off and getting his team into the end zone.
First touchdown of the season for Thomas. The extra point, I don't know what happened there. 51 points. That is 1 point shy of the season high for Catholic High. They had 52 against St. Thomas More 2 weeks ago. Everyone getting into the action tonight. Jackson Thomas for 6. This is Game Time on YurView.
Okay, listen up. I know you offer great auto rates, local agents, fast, friendly claims, but do you want to be a legend? You got to get tough, kid. When I'm done with you, nothing's going to keep you down.
Great talk, Brett. Can we get back to your auto quote now?
All right, sure.
Great.
Get great auto rates and local agents at favrates.com from Farm Bureau Insurance.
How about some water?
No, thanks. I'm good.
I think that people want to be in West Feliciana because it's truly one of the unique parts of Louisiana. That if you live in West Feliciana, you can have it all. You can have a great lifestyle, a government that works for you and is open and transparent. You can have wonderful neighbors. You can have a great school. You can live in an environment that's free of fear from crime. We're less than 20 minutes from the Baton Rouge Airport, 30 minutes from the state capitol. What we have in West Feliciana is a place where you really can have it all.
Been a great night for the Catholic High Bears. The touchdown run by Jackson Thomas. That's the longest scoring drive of the night for the Bears. 9 plays, 77 yards. Most time consuming as well, 3 minutes and 39 seconds. They've been scoring on big plays tonight. 2 punt returns for a touchdown by Braylon Morgan. Joshua Parker, a couple of touchdown runs. Cameron Dartez has thrown 2 TD passes. And now the backup quarterback getting into the act.
Yeah, it really been a flawless game for Catholic High. Well, they had the 1 turnover right before the end of the half, but, you know, have just played well in all phases of the football game.
Goodson's kick into the end zone. Well, we started our season, Jason, watching John Curtis, and they put on a good performance against Landry Walker. Tonight we get to see Catholic High, and right now the Bears are the 3 seed. If the season ended today. Now, granted, the power rankings would possibly change based on tonight's results, but it could be Catholic and John Curtis in the Dome once again in December.
Yeah, I mean, right now, and you would think, hey, at about the midpoint of the season, they look like they're on a collision course again. Now, I haven't seen that Jesuit team play yet, so I need to kind of give them the eyeball test, but what we've seen here tonight and what we saw in John Curtis in the opener, I'd have to agree with you.
Rummel's only loss was the one that we saw when they played Escambia on Saturday night in early September. Evangel a little low there at number 8, but Evangel always plays a very difficult non-district schedule. district play for them is a breeze. So they'll go up, but could be a team to keep an eye on. And St. Paul's, too, another team that we've seen have some really good seasons here lately, but a rough start, or at least a rough first half for the Wolves, as they are 2-3. Santa Monica Gators are in 5A and coming into tonight with their 4-1 record. They were actually in the top 16. And let's take a look at that. West Monroe is at the top. How about Alexandria having a good season? East Ascension, the other team in this district that's really good. Zachary's at 9, and then Santa Mo's at 12. The Walker Wildcats, who Zachary is playing tonight, I believe. Oh, look at this. KJ Franklin just got tripped up to the 38-yard line. Last time I saw Zachary was leading Walker 21-9.
Well, and look, I'm not one to concede a football game, and you know, you don't want to keep playing hard until it's over. But Jeff, at 51-7, and knowing that KJ Franklin is not my entire offense, but a big chunk of it, I'm not sure that I'm going to be risking him much more tonight.
Well, if he runs out of bounds, he'll be okay, I guess.
But I'd make sure I keep him healthy. The last thing you need to do is, in a game that doesn't look like you're going to be able to pull it off, is risk any kind of injury out there. So.
First down and 10. Keeping it, and they're back to Caleb Thompson as the quarterback.
That was a heads-up play
and
there.
He pitches it out to Darius Smith.
Yeah, it wasn't designed to do that. I just think Smith found himself out there with nobody really to block and just kind of pitched it out late.
Second down. Franklin again finds a little room.
Oh, man.
Big hit there, and he's fighting his way for the first down.
I think he got picked up on that play. Just came and picked him up in the air and kind of took his legs from him. But you can see he's had a long night. He's going to have to touch the ball. I mean, I've exaggerated a little bit, but he's probably going to have to touch the ball 75% of the offensive plays if they're going to have success this year. I mean, he's just that kind of player.
He's getting close to 100 yards. He's got 94 of them now. Nice run, and all the way to the 23-yard line. Thompson.
Still rotating quarterbacks there for Santa Monica. That's Thompson on the keeper. And when you got Franklin, he gets going, then it starts to open up other things for you, because then you have to protect against the run and off tackle, and the quarterback can then do his keeper thing, and some of that offense that was stifled begins to open up.
Dump it off, and Franklin gets hit by a couple of Bears. Evan Venable also there defensively. Eston Fuselier. Well, when Catholic High won their first state championship in 2015, they beat Rummel that year 31-28. But they beat Santa Monica 51-14 that season, and we may have that same score here tonight.
Yeah, very well could be. Santa Monica moving the ball here.
Second and 10 at the 23. Quick throw out to Joe Williams. Williams got about to the 18.
And Williams is probably just thinking, finally, I caught that pass. He dropped that pass a couple times tonight, but that time he looks it in and gets upfield. Yeah, those little plays are really just an extension of the running game. And just a quick hitter outside and get going north as quickly as possible and try to get as many yards as you can.
Caleb Thompson leading this drive. Santa Ma just 2 of 9 on third downs, one of the big storylines in this game. Franklin. That gets him over 100 yards, and that gets him a first down. To the 11.
Hadn't been an easy 100 yards.
No. In the first half, he had just 21 yards on 14 carries.
And you can look at that young man inside his helmet. He's exhausted. I mean, it's been tough. He's not big in frame, but he plays big, you know, in terms of his heart, willing to run right at the teeth and off tackle, and real tough runner for his size.
Franklin again inside the 5.
Somebody lost a shoe.
Might be Franklin. It was.
I think he's smelling pay dirt. Let me put that thing back on and get back in this huddle. I want to get one across the goal line here.
That's a guy that really worked very hard in the summer to have a big senior campaign. And the question is, does he play college football on offense or defense? 2nd and 3, gets another one here, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
Good for him. Good for him. He's worked hard tonight and really has carried the bulk of the load, and you know, that's a good treat there to be able to get one before the night is over.
108 yards rushing now for Franklin. He's got 12 touchdowns on the ground this season.
Yeah, falling forward, taking that hit, and just willing himself over the goal line.
Coach David Oliver said about half the college coaches they talk with say KJ would be a defensive back. The other half think he'd be better as a slot receiver. We have not seen him on defense tonight. No real reason to play him there. But as the season goes along, you'll see him out there. And he's their best offensive player by far.
Well, you said 10 interceptions last year, right? So that gives you some idea the caliber of defensive back that he is.
51-14 with 16 seconds left.
Again, just getting behind that line and getting his pads low and bouncing off tackles and working his way across the goal line. Good job by Franklin.
So the Gators will end up dropping their district opener. So what's left for Santa Ma? They got another rivalry game next week where they'll be taking on Guy Mistretta and the Dutchtown Griffins. Then they'll be facing McKinley and Broadmoor. And then, of course, wrap it all up with one of the biggest rivalries in the state, East Ascension and Santa Ma. That's always a really big-time game. One of these years, would love to do that game, Jason.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Politics are involved, but as you well know, politics makes the world go round.
Yeah, it does.
Trey Benson from the 10. And a nice open field tackle is right by Jacob Cobb. One more play to go here in the third quarter. There's a look at Jacob Cobb. Nice job, young man. Senior linebacker playing on special teams.
You know, and I forgot to ask Coach Oliver on the cup, but the one thing I heard, and maybe you can confirm or deny, but that Santa Ma no longer shoots the cannon down there in the pit. So is that true?
It's been a while since we've done a Santa Ma game. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Or at least a game at the pit. No running room at all that time for LC Benjamin as he is brought down, and that does it for our third quarter. 12 more minutes to go. And an impressive performance by the number 5 ranked team in 5A. The Catholic High Bears leading the Santa Maria Gators 51-14. More from Memorial Stadium when we come back on Game Time.
When I tore my ACL, I didn't think I'd ever be able to play soccer again. My doctor told me how important physical therapy would be, so I chose Peak. I'm glad I did. Now I'm stronger, faster, better than ever. Choose Peak.
Choose Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
When I get back to Baton Rouge, I get in my Bluesmobile and I drive right on down to Partner's Barbecue. And you know what I do? I get me some ribs, all tender too. Some baked beans, some potato salad, some smoked sausage. You got to come on down to Partner's Barbecue, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, Joe Martin here. You've seen our commercials over the years, and you may be wondering, what's in it for me? Well, ITI Technical College has been selected by Forbes magazine as a top 32-year college. But even more than that, the reason we do this is you. Our tagline is for a better life, and we mean that, for you to be able to have the life you've always dreamed about, to do the things for your family you've always dreamed about. And it can begin here, where we are dedicated to your success, because here at ITI, the reason we do it is you.
Exercising is my life, so when I had to stop because of my foot and ankle pain, I was absolutely devastated. I chose Peak and they taught me how to relieve the pain. They really do bring out the athlete in everyone. Choose Peak.
Choose Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
Backup quarterback still in the ball game here for the Bears. Jackson Thomas. Second down and 12, and Thomas will go to the air, and it's complete. Grab there by Jalen Toston, his third catch of the season. Brings up third down here for Catholic High. Haven't had many third down chances tonight for the Bears. They're actually just 2 of 5. It's pretty good if you only have had 5 third down.
Haven't had to convert them.
No. Came into the contest converting 43% of the time on third down.
Let's see if they let Thomas air one out here. Maybe the starter next year for Catholic.
Short hop to throw, incomplete.
Yeah, and that's one that he had him. I mean, Noah Nash there was really wide open, and the ball just got the nose of that football, went down on him, but one that he really could have converted there had he been able to make a good throw out there.
Cole Kasney has had a terrific season. He's averaging 46 yards a punt. First time we've seen him punt the football. That's a good one there. Wow, this is going to add to his average. That is a great punt. Going to be down all the way at the 11. His previous long was 58. That one was for 67.
Yeah, I was going to say that's in jeopardy. And credit the roll too. I mean, he hit it good, but he got a great roll on this thing, and it was hot coming in there. But I saw him punting in pregame. He's got a good leg on him, gets good hang time.
Santa Maria will start this drive at the 11 with just under 11 minutes to go. Lathan Bourgeois back out there at quarterback. They have finally taken Franklin out of the game. Quick pass, and there Joe Williams caught it. Got quickly covered up after a gain of about 3 or 4. Jake Schecksnyder, one of the men there defensively for the Bears. 6-yard play there for Joe Williams. Well, Santa Maria, we saw tonight, they are just limited offensively. Don't have the weapons they've had the last couple of years. We'll have to go back to the drawing board here and get this passing game going. Going deep and incomplete. They also need to get the offensive line going a little bit. It'll be a big task for their offensive line coach, Mike Todd.
And find somewhat of a consistent passing game, but that time he had Boscombe in the slot there, but just kind of airmailed it. He could have fit that ball in that window, but just not the accuracy that you'd like to see.
3 for 10 on third downs now for Sanama as they try to convert on 3rd and 4. Nowhere to run. Great tackle filling the hole for the Bears. Austin LeBlanc shutting down Lathan Vaughn. And another punt coming up here for Matthew Parker and the Gators.
Well, my bet is we may see a new returner back here for Catholic High.
Braylon Morgan has done the damage with 2 punt returns for a touchdown against David Oliver's team.
And maybe the freshman back there, Trey Benson.
Parker, our Scholar of the Week at Sanama with that 4.8 GPA. Not a good punt.
How do you make a 4.8?
I don't know. Well, we did not see Braylon Morgan there, but we saw him earlier, and he is our player of the game tonight. Over at 2 electrifying punt returns for a touchdown. This would give Catholic High a 14-0 lead. And again, this is an Odell Beckham-like punt return. He'll break some tackles, take it the other way, wait for his blockers, in for 6.
Yeah, smooth runner. I tell you what, Braylon Morgan was really the spark plug in the first half to get this Catholic High team going. I mean, he provided that energy and that excitement and got them 2 scores very early in the game.
A run up the middle here for about 4. Outlaw getting another carry here. It's kind of like their version of James Berrigan, who was on that 2015 state championship team. Get some of the hard yards at the end of the game. Good look at Cameron D'Artes. If you're wondering if D'Artes has a lot of offers, not so much. A lot of the college coaches like to see a little more arm strength from a guy who has all the other intangibles to be a really good quarterback. Smarts, leadership, he can run, strong, but the arm strength just not there for the college recruiters. D'Artes tonight, 8 of 12 for 103 yards, a couple of touchdowns and an interception.
But that's what he does. I mean, he's consistent, he's accurate. Again, 8 of 12, and you can see he's still very engaged in the game. I mean, he's their leader on offense. And, you know, he's like having a coach on the field for Catholic High.
3rd down and 3. Under 8 minutes to go. And the Gators, one of their few tackles for a loss tonight. And there's Johnny Johnson. Have not really mentioned his name all that much tonight, but this is a kid that I think a lot of schools will be taking a look at as well.
Yeah, you can see him jogging off. I mean, he can move, big frame. You know, just the type of player you like to have on the defensive line. Strong and can run, shed blockers.
Has offers from Air Force, Army. Sam Houston and Nichols, his older brother, plays for the Colonels. All-district player last year and hard to block one-on-one, as we've seen here tonight. Well, we'll get a chance again to see Cole Casemne, and fair catch inside the 10 there by KJ Franklin.
Well, that time he used the rugby-style punt. Got great hang time and, you know, pinned him back to the 5-yard line.
So 1st and 10 at the 5 for Sandoval. And back out there is Caleb Thompson.
For an offense that's been struggling, this is surely not a place you want to start a drive.
Well, one good positive note for the Gators here in the second half, they haven't turned it over. Had 2 turnovers inside their own 20. One on the first drive of the night, which kind of set the tone for what would happen over the course of this game. That pass was completed to Brock Becknell, a junior wideout. But very little downfield passing game here for Sandoval. What you're seeing tonight from the Gators is what you'll see Saturday afternoon from Florida tomorrow, Jason.
Yeah, no, that's right. I mean, but that defensive line and just defense for LSU is fast. And really, they've kind of, you know, toned down the offense and kind of limited some of the playbook for Felipe Franks. And I'm sure LSU fans would like nothing more to go get after him since he decommitted from LSU.
I think LSU ended up it's doing okay at the QB position. Well, look at this. Here's Joe Williams. That was a nice play. Up to the 26-yard line. Brought down by Michael Sardakakis. I don't think I pronounced that right, so I apologize to Michael's family. 18-yard pass play. Sardakakis, I think, might be the correct pronunciation. 1st and 10 at the 26. About 6 minutes to go. Who do you like tomorrow, Jason?
I want to like LSU. I mean, obviously, but you know,
Caleb Thompson showing some good athletic ability. Nearly got a first down on that run.
You know, from the defense that they have, I just think that they can go on the road and play. And now that I'm seeing the offense is opening up a little bit more, and you know, they're opening up the playbook. And when was the last time we almost threw for 300 yards? Granted, I know it was an Ole Miss. But, I mean, yeah, I can't even remember the last time.
Edling had a couple games where he got close to 300.
Yeah, maybe. But it hasn't been pretty. No. And so I like their chances on the road.
Face mask penalty, one of the few penalties we've had on the night. Jeremy White's crew has kept the yellow flag in their pocket for much of the night. I like LSU because I really think they now know they can do it. I think earlier in the season they thought they could win these big games.
During the play, personal foul, number 52 of the defense, face mask. 15-yard penalty added to the end of the run, results in a first down.
Seems to me the confidence is there, the swagger's there a little bit. 4th penalty of the night on Catholic High for 34 yards.
Face mask there. Yeah, I just think they're going to make Franks very uncomfortable, and you know, he has not fully developed. And if you're not a fully developed quarterback against that LSU defense, it's going to be a long night.
Todd Graffam and that Gators defense, they've given LSU fits before offense. What a hit in the backfield, but Thompson keeps it, and he gets about 8. But getting crushed on the play for Sandoval was Latarius Rodriguez.
Yeah, he's like, that's what I get for carrying out the fake here. You know, fake bam.
Oh my gosh.
You know, and look, one thing you got to remember as a young running back, just because you're carrying out the fake, the defense doesn't know that. And so you got to be prepared to brace yourself that you may get hit.
John Landry laying the wood there. Wow.
Next time he carries a fake, he'll be ready.
2nd and 2. Thompson, Williams.
Oh, wow. That's the game's getting physical here towards the end.
And another Gators first down.
He just ran over Fusilier over there. And this is a guy that I think's really got to get more involved in the offense. You know, I know he may be hampered a little bit by an injury, but Williams is a good-looking football player, and he's going to have to carry more of the load if Sandoval's going to have some success. And I think number 23, Darius Smith, is going to have to be more integral in this offense. Take some of that load away from KJ Franklin.
Thompson loves running the football, and he likes breaking tackles too. This kid is not afraid of contact as he nearly runs for another first down. Been impressed with Thompson because he's got some speed.
Yeah, not a big kid, but obviously not afraid to run the football, and you can tell the difference in the two quarterbacks. That's where his comfort zone is, but the reason Oliver made the change is they weren't getting it done through the air, and so then they went to Bourgeois because they thought they had a better chance at completing more passes.
At the 19-yard line, inside the Farm Bureau Insurance red zone are the Gators. Thompson throws, it's complete. And up to the 11-yard line is Brock Becknell. 3.5 and counting. Sanoma was down 38-0 at half. And they have a chance to outscore Catholic here in the second half by 8 points. Thompson running around. Thompson to the end zone. Touchdown, Gators. Well, Caleb Thompson showing something here to David Oliver. Thompson says, I want my starting job back.
Yes.
Or more playing time anyways.
Great scramble, and that may be what you have to do is kind of use them both, but clearly a better runner and just, like you said, breaking tackles and just a desire to try to cross the goal line. But here you go. At 3 Catholic High Bears there right there trying to make the tackle, and really just helped him push him into the end zone. Boy, he's tired trying to get down there holding the football. He took a couple good licks.
Parker's extra point right through the uprights. 51-21 our score. The Bears leading at Sanoma, showing some fight here in the second half. That was a 95-yard drive orchestrated by Caleb Thompson. You're watching Game Time on YurView.
Tonight's Game Time play of the game is brought to you by Podna's Barbecue. Slow cooked, fall off the bone perfection, and the best baked beans in America.
Come enjoy a great location just minutes away from the hustle and bustle of the city at Suma Lake Apartments. Experience luxurious living with all appliances included, granite countertops, and walk-in closets. Relax in a peaceful environment by the pool or enjoy fishing in a 9-acre lake. Kids are sure to enjoy the playground and basketball court. Located in Livingston Parish in a great school district. Call today, 225-686-1111.
Tonight's Game Time League standings are brought to you by the best place for you to live and work in South Louisiana is West Feliciana Parish. Check out WFParish.org. West Feliciana Parish, where you really can have it all.
Caleb Thompson, a nice touchdown run. Third touchdown of the night for the Gators, but they're down by 30 to the Catholic High Bears in this district opener. Jeff Palermo, Jason DeQuare, and Smacker Miles down on the field. Parker's got it teed up. For Thompson, that was his second touchdown of the season. Flag on the play there. So they'll have to tee it up from the 35 now.
Before the kick, encroachment, kicking team, 5-yard penalty, re-kick.
Catholic will be home again next week. Take on McKinley. We'll show you the rest of the Bears schedule. The Catholic EA game now becomes the premier game of this district based on what's happened here tonight. That one goes out of bounds. Game time on YurView Louisiana. Thanks to Louisiana Lift for their support of this telecast. Specializing in customer service on equipment rentals, parts, and training, Louisiana Lift has been serving its customers since 1980. You can check them out online at lalift.com, or you can call their Baton Rouge office, 753-5700, or contact the New Orleans area office, 463-3400. Louisiana Lift, they're always on call.
Kick out of bounds. Kicking team. By rule, the ball will be placed 30 yards in advance of the spot of the kick. Correction, 20 yards. First down. Catholic.
Bears will start from their own 40 here. Still out there quarterbacking is Jackson Thomas. New Bears running back, that is Connor Stewart. Let's take a look at the rest of the Catholic schedule. So back home against McKinley next Friday. And then October 19th, that will be the game.
That's the game.
The big game of the week that day, or for that week. And then Dutchtown, and then they finish it up against Broadmoor, and then off to the Division I playoffs. Yeah, so they don't face any of their district rivals in the playoffs. They get to
go a different way.
Yeah, they fight it out among the Catholic League schools, St. Paul's, or maybe another trip to Evangel. I think they like to avoid the trip to Shreveport this year and have Evangel come down to Baton Rouge. But they've had success going up there. They've won twice. I remember in 2015, Clyde Edwards-Eler was out of that game. He had a concussion. And I remember when Dale, we did the game, that's when we were doing the games on Fox Sports. And I remember Dale telling me, yep, no Clyde today, he's got a concussion. And I'm like, oh, well. That's the ball game. But Catholic came out there, and Catholic came back. And if I remember the game correctly, Evangel took an early lead and had control, and the Bears came back with James Berrigan. And they somehow won that football game, and then somehow beat Rummel the following week with Clyde back out there. But that was a memorable game for the Bears to get to the Dome, to make that trip up to Catholic, and that was a good Evangel team. I mean, that was.
Yeah.
They had some studs on that team, some guys that are now on LSU's team, Micah Baskerville, and guys like that.
And you know, when we talked to Gabe Fertitta, coach of Catholic High, earlier this week on the conference call, he didn't hold his tongue about the whole separate divisions.
He don't like it.
And I think reasonably so, because people think, hey, you know, you got to kind of give us an asterisk or whatnot because we didn't beat some of the best public schools, but
they beat two really good teams.
Yeah, and so you know, he's thinking, hey, had we played those teams, we could have beaten them, and we just don't get the opportunity to do it.
And he'll remind you they beat Zachary last year to 5A champs. Let's take a look at our play of the game before we get out of here tonight. How about this touchdown pass, D'Artes, and what a grab over the defender, Gregory Martin. Might be one of the best catches you'll see all weekend.
That's the way to go back to the football, and not only go back to it, but pluck it off the defender's helmet. One of the best catches we've seen this season.
Some highlight plays by this Bears team on all three phases. What is likely our final play of this district opener. And in 2015, Catholic won 51-14 over Sanoma. Tonight, they win by 30 over the Gators. And Catholic High improves to 5-1. Sanoma need to figure out their offensive issues. Even though they give up 51 here tonight, two of them are 2 touchdowns special teams wise. I think this is a good Sanoma defense. Catholic they were clicking on all cylinders tonight.
Yeah, they were. I mean, you know, not much you can really point to, but Catholic High played well in all phases of the game, and I agree with you, Jeff. Santamo's going to have to get some other players engaged, and I'm not sure what that is over there.
Well, it's patriotic, whatever it is. Go USA. 51-21, Catholic over Sanoma. We'll take a break. And we'll hear from Gabe Fertitta, the head coach of the Bears, when we come back.
Tonight's Game Time Player of the Game is brought to you by Peak Performance. At Peak Performance Physical Therapy, we treat the athlete and everyone. Stronger, faster, better. Choose Peak. Check out the stories behind the games. Visit yourview.com/Louisiana.
Come on in and discover the new Cox Solutions store. Experience a whole new level of in-home comfort. It's all right here at the Cox Solutions store. Discover, learn, and experience more.
Okay, listen up. I know you offer great auto rates, local agents, fast, friendly claims, but do you want to be a legend? You got to get tough, kid. When I'm done with you, nothing's going to keep you down.
Great talk, Brett. Can we get back to your auto quote now?
All right, sure.
Great.
Get great auto rates and local agents at favrates.com from Farm Bureau Insurance.
How about some water?
No, thanks. I'm good.
I think that people want to be in West Feliciana because it's truly one of the unique parts of Louisiana. That if you live in West Feliciana, you can have it all. You can have a great lifestyle, a government that works for you and is open and transparent. You can have wonderful neighbors. You can have a great school. You can live in an environment that's free of fear from crime. We're less than 20 minutes from the Baton Rouge Airport, 30 minutes from the state capitol. What we have in West Feliciana is a place where you really can have it all.
When I get back to Baton Rouge, I get in my blues mobile and I drive right on down to Partner's Barbecue. And you know what I do? I get me some ribs, all tender too. Some baked beans, some potato salad, some smoked sausage. You got to come on down to Partner's Barbecue, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
I also have a cute little visitor down here. I'm sure she's celebrating the victory with her dad, am I right?
Yeah, she is. This is my oldest, Claire. Yep, she's celebrating.
Your team was really impressive in all three phases of the game. What did you see from them tonight?
I just, going into the game, I wanted to see them play a three-phase game, and they definitely did that tonight. When you can score on special teams and then do it twice, it takes a lot of pressure off the rest of the group, the defense and the offense. And then the O and the D did their job of protecting the football, and then pursuit, tackling. Number 2 for them is a heck of a player, and I was proud of the way our defense played in trying to bottle him up.
You mentioned the 2 special team scores. We gave Braylon Morgan player of the game. What did you think?
Yeah, I'm so proud of him. Hold on, baby, hold on. I'm so proud of him. We've been working so hard on him catching the. We've known for a long time what he could do with the ball after he catches it. But just a gutsy performance by that little guy, man. I mean, I thought over here on the sidelines, it seemed like he ran right through somebody, like he was a ghost. He's an elusive little guy.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Jeff?
Thanks a lot, Smacker. Great job down on the field. Great job by the Catholic High Bears. Final thoughts on this one, Jason?
Well, I think Catholic High is poised to, make it back or at least go deep in the playoffs. And for Santa Monica, they just got to get some other players involved in the offense and develop the quarterback position a little bit.
51-21, our final score as the Bears improve to 5-1. Cameron Darts has 8 of 12 for 103 yards and 2 touchdowns, and then the 2 punt returns for a touchdown by Braylon Morgan. Once again, want to thank everyone involved in the broadcast. Eric Coleman, the executive producer of Game Time. Cameron Galloway, our on-site producer. Walter Volpatti, our director. Tommy Cooper, our statistician. For Smacker Miles, Jason DeQuare, I'm Jeff Palermo. We'll see you next week in Lafayette for St. Thomas More and Turlings. Congratulations to the Catholic Bears, victorious tonight over Santa Monica. Have a great night, everyone.
Game Time on YurView was brought to you by Louisiana Farm Bureau Insurance, ready to serve you with auto, homeowners, life insurance, and more. Real service, real people. West Feliciana Parish. The best place for you to live and work in South Louisiana is West Feliciana Parish. Check out wfparish.org. ITI Technical College, your key to a better life. And by Peak Performance. At Peak Performance Physical Therapy, we treat the athlete and everyone. Stronger, faster, better.
Oh, I've had back pain now and then, but it got so bad I couldn't even bend over.